I definitely got my live face.
Start recording. Ooh. You got your what?
Live face. My go live face.
Tequila.
I think, Brian, if you can come over on this side and turn knob 3 or 4 just a tad bit up, because you guys are a little quiet.
That's
knob 3 and 4.
I thought you were in control of our volume.
I am. Right here? No, not right from there, right there. Yeah. I am right there, Brian. No, I'm not in control of your volume over here. There you go. All right, so you talk some?
Talk some.
Okay, yeah. If that wasn't it, we're going to just go with that. No, but at the old office, I had it here.
Oh, yeah.
So now it's been there over there. So, yeah, welcome back, everybody. You just heard us doing some quick for 46 seconds. And we're back. Week 6, we had...
Week 5 was insane. Week 5 was insane.
It was fun.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, we should start there, week 5, yeah.
Yeah, it was,
of course.
It was so much fun. I mean, I'm sure not for everybody. And definitely not for our pick'em pool. The records were awful.
Well, so we're 14 games, right? 14 games that
I think
we're
last
picking?
week was 13.
13?
I think you're the only person who finished above 500 in the pick'em pool.
Oh, okay. So there was if there was 13 games, then seven wins was good enough.
Yeah, paced the league,
which is kind of crazy to have a week like that.
There were so many upsets throughout the day, so many,
and followed into this week. This week started off with a huge upset, which was a lot of fun last night.
So much fun, and we didn't pick it, but I was very happy to see it happen.
Yeah, no, and I didn't predict the win. I wish I would have, because then I could really do some victory laps. But I really kind of felt that, like, I wasn't putting anything on Philly. I didn't pick Philly in my pick'em pools, anything like that. I saved it for other spots. And, I'm glad I did. Now I have a much better chance to win. So
we certainly goose egged in the pick'em pool
last night.
Yeah.
Yes. So good job, Giants.
Yeah, and that was fun.
Man,
Giants showing everybody how to beat the Eagles.
I would be selling high on Cam Scattaboo because you probably get so much right now. You could probably get so much for him right now.
And you think he's done after this week that you'd get rid of him?
He's so good. That's the thing.
Okay.
And he's fun. He's so much fun to watch.
Right. I agree. I totally agree. And this is why I think what you just said is why I think you can get so much for him. And here are 2 reasons why I would do it. One, did you see him on screen when he walked by Tyrone Tracy, and how Tyrone Tracy is just bigger than he is?
No,
because he is. Tyrone Tracy is an inch taller and like 10 pounds heavier than Scattaboo, who's supposed to be his battering ram.
I was like, then why doesn't he run like it?
But if also, and this is just, I guess this will be like 1A, not number 2. He looks bigger because he wears bigger shoulder pads. He wears the same shoulder pads that linebackers wear. Whereas most skill position players wear the smallest pads they can possibly wear so that you can't grab them. But he knows he's not running away from you. He's got to try and run through you, and when you're watching it, it's not even like he's running through people. It's just that the tackling is so bad that he kind of just slips off of you because he doesn't quit. He keeps his legs moving. He twists. He turns. Whatever it is that he's got to do to get free, and people just don't wrap up and take him down. But I imagine that they're going to figure that out. The tackling is going to get better on him. And then the last thing that I wanted to say about him was, did you see him on the sideline at the end of the game when he needed like 2 yards for 100, and they didn't send him back in the game to get it? And you look over, and the camera kept going back over to him, and he was doing this because he's trying to shake off a fucking concussion. I guarantee you, like he was a little woozy at the end of that game. Like he was a little not right.
If the stories that we're starting to hear about him are true,
he's crazy.
He's a little woozy a lot.
But
he just likes banging his head against stuff,
which is another reason that it's just not going to last long term.
Okay, and that is a very good argument. But man, he is so much fun to watch run, dude. Like there aren't very many running backs where you're like, just give it to him. I want to see this. You know what I mean?
I agree.
And it's funny is I'd put Bill Krosky in kind of the same category. Exciting to watch run, a lot of fun, but might be more excitement than
very different reasons to me. Like
definitely different reasons, not
Krosky has actual talent in terms of like
more than banging his head against something.
Yeah, like, and I mean, I don't mean to say that Cam Scatter's not talented.
He's good at what he does, obviously.
But yeah, he's good at what he does. But he, all accounts are he's kind of a baby Gronk.
And I know you've heard it, but that clip of him saying in
we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
God.
Yeah, it's so good. It's gold. It's actual. That's gonna be on the show for a long time. I when I say the show, I'm sorry. I mean the show that we like to listen to for a long time. I think they're gonna play that whenever they talk about him. How do you not? It was so good. It was so good that it's almost like on purpose.
Did you happen to hear it, Ray?
What's that? What we're talking about? So Gronk wanted to praise Emeka Egbuka last week, and he pronounced his name Emeka Egbuka.
And said it confidently.
Confidently, yeah, absolutely, no doubt. That's what his name was.
It was so funny, dude.
Like somebody told him that was the name.
Yes,
like it was. Like, how do you say this?
It was. Yes, it was exactly like Ron Burgundy. Like someone said it in his ear, and he just repeated it. Emeka Egbuka. Yeah, it was.
It was great.
Emeka Egbuka. Yeah, he's really funny. Rob Gronkowski is the best. I heard a really funny take on just what Fox has going on right now, and the take was that Fox has positioned Gronkowski as the dummy to take over for Terry Bradshaw as he retires.
That makes sense.
But having them both on
painful.
set just
painful
dumbs down the production to almost an unwatchable level. Is exactly what he said. Yeah, and it's funny because like that's who I grew up with when I first started watching football. Agreed. It was Terry Bradshaw and Greg Gumbel, the late great Greg Gumbel, actually on CBS. But then they switched everything up, and Terry went to Fox with JB, who's now with CBS. So it's
I can't keep track of all that.
Anyway, it's funny stuff, really funny stuff. Lots of good stuff happening this week.
I've heard a stat that I've been itching to share.
All right,
get you guys' takes on it, and it's kind of a reminiscent stat, I suppose, but and that might have been on Good Morning Football. I don't know where I heard it, but Larry Fitzgerald has more tackles than dropped passes.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
in his
nucky
career?
butts.
Yeah. Larry Fitzgerald
is one of those guys, man, that just never got his quarterback. I feel so bad for him.
And when I heard that, I was like, oh, that sucks.
Just one of the all-time greats that just didn't get his chance to be the greatest. You know what I mean?
He did have Kurt Warner for a little while.
They almost won. They went all the way.
Kurt Warner is a Hall of Famer, and Kurt Warner played a full season exactly 3 times. And he went to the Super Bowl all 3 of those years.
Did he really? Wow. I thought he only went to 2. I didn't know he went to 3.
2 in St. Louis, back-to-back in St. Louis.
Oh, that's right.
Remember,
I was only thinking one
he won back-to-back MVPs in St. Louis.
I forgot about
Kurt Warner is a very underrated player. And it's so funny because, like, he became a thing because he kept his football dream alive through the Arena League. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of how the NFL plays now. I don't know if you ever watched
Arena League.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever watched the Arena League back in the day, but there wasn't a whole lot of like real NFL tackling. It was a lot of people just kind of like flinging themselves at each other, and like they had actual physical boundaries. Mm-hmm. So like you're knocking people over
like hockey. You can slam them into the walls.
Yeah, but they weren't. They were like, I don't even. It was some kind of stretchy material.
Like
they
the
weren't
ones
walls.
in Fresno. They were pretty solid.
Were they?
Yeah.
I don't remember them being actual solid walls. I thought they were more like
the casino had owned a team, or at least had a stake in a team for a while, and so I got to go see a few games.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
But yeah, so but the real NFL now, like the way that they're able to score as fast as they're able to score, like the elite quarterbacks and elite offensive play callers and stuff like that. It's a lot like how the Arena Football League was back in the 90s, which is how Kurt Warner, made his name.
For sure.
And I feel like he would dominate today.
Like if he was in his prime?
Yeah. Like Kurt Warner, like if you were to implant Kurt Warner at age 29.
It definitely seems like the NFL has moved more towards his style. I see what you were saying, for sure. Yeah, because he was dangerous to be in the pocket.
Oh, God. He completely changed the Rams. Like, there's no way that the Rams are as good as they were with Kurt Warner with Trent Green, who was supposed to be the guy. So, and I'm just saying that to say that Larry Fitzgerald did have a Hall of Fame quarterback for
2 years, and at the end of his career,
at the end of the Hall of Fame quarterback's career, but it was the beginning of Fitz's.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's probably. I don't know about very beginning, but
Fitz. Yeah, no. Yeah, when they went to the Super Bowl, Larry Fitzgerald was probably in his 4th year, maybe.
I want to see numbers for Fitz. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was Larry Fitzgerald. I'm pretty sure is part of that 04 draft. Like he's like the best non-quarterback from that draft.
I'm over here looking it up. I should just listen to Ray. Ray's probably way faster than me.
Well, he looked up career stats, and his career stats they're good, but he played for probably like 3 years where he was just kind of out there doing stuff. 2004, bam.
2004 to 2020, bam. 17 seasons.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Say it again. Oh no. But what was Kurt Warner's years?
Oh, Kurt Warner with the Rams. I'm not sure.
No, with the
Cardinals. So, Kurt Warner was with the Giants when they drafted Eli in 2004, and then he was still there until I think the end of 2005, and then I think he went to Arizona in 2006.
2006?
2005. So he went 2005.
Okay, that makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that 2005 was his second year, and he went to 103 receptions for 1,400 yards.
And it wasn't until 2008 that they made the Super Bowl, so they were together for a couple of years.
So their first year together, he had 1,400 yards and 10 touchdowns. So in his sophomore year. The second year was a big drop-off. 946 yards, 13 games, so he's missing 3 games, 6 touchdowns. So that one was a weird year. And then
the
year after that was 2006.
Okay.
And then 2007, I don't know. I'm assuming Warner is still there. Well, maybe
2006 was mostly Matt Leinart, I think.
Wow, 1,400 yards, 10 touchdowns.
At the end, so 2005,
1,400 yards, 12 touchdowns.
Will you Google
1,100 yards, 13 touchdowns? Wow, he had some good years there.
No, he was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those were, like you said, with Leinart, with whoever his replacement was. You know what I mean?
So he had a total of 2 forced fumbles, 41 tackles, 29 solo tackles,
and how many drops?
12 assisted tackles, and he had 29 passes dropped.
He had 40 tackles and he had 29 drop passes in 20 years.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts. Now, would somebody want me to look something up?
Matt Leinart. Leinart is spelled Leinart.
What about him?
I wanted to see if it was just search his draft year. I think it was 2006.
God, poor Larry Fitz.
Bam.
Like,
Yeah, so they drafted Leinart in the first round of 2006. So it was kind of like Eli all over again for Kurt Warner, except for Leinart was nowhere near as good as Eli. So,
Yeah. 1 year in the Giants.
Yeah. So then it got weird for a couple of years
for a lot of years. Yeah.
Because if I remember correctly, that's that was when they got Edgerrin James too. They kind of went like
old. Yeah.
They kind of went like all in around a rookie quarterback. It was a little weird.
Didn't quite fit.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
God, yeah. I'm looking at. He's got some weird stats. Like in 2011, played 16 games, 1,400 yards and 8 touchdowns. Right. The very next year, 2012, 798 yards again in 16 games, and
wow.
only where's the touchdowns?
That's crazy.
8 touchdowns. So that huge drop off, and you're like, oh well, he was just getting old. Because he has 3 years of 790, 950, 780. Oh, and then all of a sudden he's at 1,200 yards, 1,000 yards, 1,200 yards.
Well, Palmer, Carson Palmer,
right? Who was at the end of his career?
Yeah.
Like
Carson Palmer was really good.
Larry Fitz, man,
he was a talented dude.
So, since Rams played before
the last show,
our last show, so we covered that.
Hasn't been a whole lot for you, Homer wise.
And Steelers have a bye.
They were not playing either.
So instead, I'd like to pose a question for our Homer Minute, and that is, should I have let Aaron Rodgers go because I kept Matthew Stafford, or should I have let Matthew Stafford go with Aaron Rodgers?
Fantasy?
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
No, you scored, dude.
Okay.
Like, actually, you like, everybody wishes they could have Stafford right now.
Isn't he leading the league in yardage?
Yes.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, he's got to be top 5 in fantasy. I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah.
So, no. Yeah, if I were you, I would not be letting him go. Like, you just hold both of those quarterbacks.
No, he was saying he let Aaron Rodgers go.
No, I know.
I did let Aaron Rodgers go.
And Aaron Rodgers is not going to get you anything.
Yeah, I'm not, like, I wouldn't be worried, like, as that team, you know what I mean? Like, I want him to do really well, but that is not my fantasy quarterback that I'm betting on for sure.
And on that note, like, I really do think you're playing with fire.
What's that?
With your fantasy quarterback right now. And this kind of leads into my Homer Minute.
Sorry, 6 leagues. Which one are we talking about?
Top Gun, the only one that matters.
Well, but I mean, which quarterback?
There's only one that matters.
Just name the quarterback.
Justin Fields.
Thank you. I don't think I'm starting him this week.
So, currently you had him in.
I don't.
No, no. You're starting Darnold, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're starting Darnold.
Is it Darnold or is it
pretty
Jones?
Pretty sure it's Darnold. You don't have Jones. You don't have Daniel Jones. Right. But that game last week between the Jets and the Cowboys, if the Cowboys had wanted to, it could have just ended up 44-3, 47. Like, I think it was 37. The final score was 37-22. The Cowboys called the dogs off at like 37-3. Justin Fields had been sacked like 6 or 7 times, and some of it was just flat out bad. Like, they put a double team on Dante Fowler, and he still got into Justin Fields' face in under 3 seconds.
Yeah.
It was absolutely terrible. And the Cowboys score, and so the last couple of weeks they've played the Dolphins and they've played the Cowboys. And both of those teams can score. And the Jets defense, I feel so smart for saying it, because I said this like several weeks ago. I think I said this after week 1, where I was like, you know what, we might just be wrong. Like, I think we're just assuming the Jets defense is still good. They might actually just be terrible. And they are. They do not look good. They bad. Do not look they good, are really bad. But they're going to play against teams that don't score at the rate that the Dolphins and the Cowboys do. And in those games, their defense is going to be more locked in to preventing the Jets from scoring in the fourth quarter, which is where all of those points have come from in the last couple of weeks. If you've been like watching along while the game's happening,
as a Justin Fields owner, like, it is so scary.
Yeah.
First quarter, you're like, oh,
not
crap.
just you get into
second quarter, you're like, oh no. Scoring no. Third quarter, holy crap, I'm getting 6 points this week.
You're resigned to it.
You know, and you walk away You come back after the game's over and you're like, I got 30 points
How?
from Justin
What
Fields.
happened?
That was sweet.
Yes, exactly.
I've had that experience twice this year.
Right,
Like,
and it's been back. It's been back-to-back weeks.
Well, and that's why you're saying you can't
but
ride
it's
that.
not just him,
and I agree.
it's not just him. It's been Garrett Wilson too, because he's been like, it's not you've been
to
like
a lesser extent, Brees as well.
While you're when you get to that point where like I'm only getting 6 points out of Justin Fields this week. Once you've become resigned to it, you pan over to Garrett Wilson and he's got 8.
Right.
And he's staring at like, and when I say 8, I'm not talking about like he's got 2 catches for 60 some odd yards. He's got like 6 for 20.
Yeah.
And like it's bad. And then the team calls the dogs off. And then the Jets, unlike some other teams that just kind of like, we
lose.
Yeah, we lose. The Jets are like, oh, we can score points. Let's do it. and so they're paying you off right now.
Well, and it makes sense. They want to see what they have in Justin Fields this year because they're not a Super Bowl team. They know it. Everybody knows it, and they want to see what they have.
And it's really, really interesting right now. So the Jets are playing the Broncos in London this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets are currently 0-5. A loss would send them to 0-6. It would be incredibly embarrassing for their owner, who spends a lot of time in London and has a lot of friends in London, and has fired.
The only way they're beating the Broncos
fired multiple coaches after London games, including last year.
That's funny. I hadn't heard that, but they also got to spend this week in Europe. Like they were already there.
Right.
And that's a huge advantage.
I don't think it's going to be enough.
I think it's enough to give them a chance. I'm not in my pick'em thing. I am not picking that game.
The Jets the Jets and Broncos both played games on Sunday, and I'm sure that the Jets were not given more time than the Broncos were given in London, and they both have to play again on Sunday.
Weren't the Jets there last week?
No, Jets were at home. The Jets got smashed at home.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, who was in Europe last week?
It was Minnesota and Cleveland. It was Cleveland had the advantage. Remember, or Minnesota. Minnesota had the advantage. Minnesota played back to back. They played they played in Dublin, Ireland, and then they played in London. Or did they play in Germany?
Yeah. I got it mixed up.
That's why
I keep saying Europe, because I'm like, it's over there.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done too. Something like that.
I remember pointing out on the show that there was a team getting a competitive advantage against a division rival of yours. Anyway, no, the Jets are not getting an advantage this week against the Broncos. And the Broncos are coming off of, a huge win. I don't know. That was the best. That was the most fun game to watch last week. Like I said, the Buccaneers and I told this to Brian on the ride over, that the Buccaneers and Seahawks were the most aesthetically pleasing game to watch all day long. The actual best game was the Broncos-Eagles. That was like a playoff game. That was an awesome game to watch. The Eagles jumped out to a 17-3 lead, and the Broncos just stuck with it and hung around. And finally, in the fourth quarter, their offense just kind of woke up, and they put together a couple of scoring drives. And Sean Payton, instead of tying the game, went for 2, and they took the lead, 18-17, and then they were able to kick that field goal, making them need a touchdown. And I was like, that's what's up.
That's Sean Payton.
That is very Sean Payton.
Come back from the grave.
Yeah, the Broncos looked really, really, really good. It's really hard to figure out which team is the best in the AFC West right now, because the Chargers are struggling with injuries. The Chiefs are going through like that movie, The Program, where they're just like waiting for their team to come back to the field from suspensions and stuff.
So just thought experiment. So if we're like re-picking Super Bowl contenders,
boy,
now,
well, the
who are we
Bills are
thinking
still
at this point?
Like I was actually, it hasn't changed anything for me, honestly, because
you still think Cowboys?
You still think Ravens?
No, I was on the Lions. I was on the Lions and Bills.
Oh, and you said Cowboys and Lions in the NFC Championship game.
Yes.
Okay, so let me pose it a different way. Let me throw out a few teams here.
I said it would be funny if the Packers and Cowboys played in the NFC Championship game after the trade, but no, I do think the Lions are the best team in the NFC. Like it's funny because like it should be the 49ers.
So you think it's a travesty that they're underdogs this week?
The 49ers?
No, the Lions. They're dogs in KC.
No, because that's kind of like let's say
KC and Detroit are playing this week.
That's like no, that's like
I probably picked the game already, but it didn't dawn on me.
How do I put this into?
I'm picking Detroit in that game.
Interesting. Because they still have
so KC.
Mahomes isn't injured and he's just not playing very well.
Crazy.
So this is like 2009 Colts versus 2009 Patriots. You know, the Colts are 8-1, the Patriots are like 5-4, and the game is in Foxborough.
And so, along those lines, like let me throw a few teams out here, like 4-1 teams. Like, are these guys contenders? You know what I mean? They're kind of surprised this year, but are they contender? Jacksonville Jaguars.
No.
How about them Jaguars?
No, like it's all working right now, and like, but man, when your quarterback is able to fall down twice and still scramble for a game-winning touchdown.
We got him
from about the 4
next one.
Things are going your way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I do think that things are bouncing Jacksonville's way a little bit, but I also think they're a much improved team.
They are,
and they're fun to watch. And like I like that Ray got on them early, and I'm kind of like riding the tails a little bit, but
there's too many mistakes.
This is Ray's team for sure.
There's still too many drops.
They're better than I thought they were. Even I was like, wait a minute.
And so for me, I want to throw that out there. For me, that team is Indy. Like. Indy's 4-1 and looking good. Like, do you guys think that they are a contender this year? Like,
no.
Can they be?
No. I don't.
Just no.
No, I don't. I just don't.
They're playing so well.
It's still Daniel Jones.
No,
it's still Daniel Jones.
I
don't think
most of the time he does. Most of the time he does. He still does some Daniel Jones things.
That's fair.
That when we get to January, will show up.
I think the Jaguars at this point are projected to get to the playoffs, right? Like,
yeah.
Big win for that organization me. Get to the
Absolutely.
for the Jaguars.
They picked the perfect year to be 4-1. You know, with the Ravens being 1-4 and the Chiefs being 2-3. Like, they picked a really good year to start.
It's going to be an interesting playoff run this year for sure.
They are fighting like dogs out there, and the problem with doing that week in week out is people start getting hurt. I love their trajectory right now, but I think they barely get in the playoffs.
I think they make things a little harder on themselves than they should. And they should have lost that game against the 49ers.
Well. Yeah,
and that's what I mean by that dog fighting, right? Because Trevor Lawrence could have just gave up on that play.
Well,
and he just
Mac Jones did just kind of kick the game
going.
away. If I were,
and Indy's had some close calls too. I think they are going to make the playoffs. But like, if you're saying, are they a Super Bowl contender?
What's funny?
I'd say they got to prove a little bit more.
I think
before they
that.
Well, who's the Super Bowl contenders on the AFC side right now? Right,
Buffalo.
We're just so Buffalo.
So my next question was Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay is on the other side.
4-1, right?
Legit. I've been telling you guys this for.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, hold on. People forget this roster is still mostly the same guys that Brady won with.
Yeah, I don't know. Are people counting Tampa Bay out?
They shouldn't be.
Yeah, so
they shouldn't be.
I don't think anybody's
just going
to
roll
will tell you
into
kind
Tampa
of how I look
win.
at Tampa Bay.
You wrong.
Let me tell you how I look at Tampa Bay, and I think this is how most people or most of the NFL pundits or whatever kind of look at them, is that they are like similar to last year. They're a fun to watch, scrappy team. Baker Mayfield is playing a little over his head, but looking good.
You said this.
I know,
I'm going to repeat what I told you last.
But that's what I'm saying. They kind of look the same as last year, and I'm kind of teeing you up. I'm teeing you up here because
this is a veteran
team. Exactly.
They're not a young, scrappy team. This is a veteran
They were the young, scrappy team last year.
No, they weren't.
I think they were, and they proved it.
No, they weren't.
But this year, you're right.
Antoine Winfield, Vita Vea, Shaq Barrett, who we got on the offensive side?
I'm picking Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. These are all Super Bowl champions, okay, that play prominent roles on the offense and defensive side. Like, they are led by Super Bowl champions. This is not a scrappy team. That's an insult. That is an insult.
Oh, that's what you said.
They're better than the Steelers and have been for several years.
I don't know.
Well, we could certainly get an answer to that if those two play each other. But
I can't wait.
I am picking Tampa Bay over San Francisco this week.
I
think they're, San Francisco's really banged up at this point.
If they weren't so banged up, it might be a little bit more interesting.
It's looking like they're not going to have Pearsall or Jennings this weekend again. And
or Purdy, right?
Right, but I mean, well, depending on who you ask, that might be a good thing. Yeah. Quarterback controversy.
Yeah. They go, so it's Brock Purdy and who's
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. And Daniel Jones the other side.
And for those who don't know, Mac Jones was the apple of Kyle Shanahan's eye, according to everybody.
And Brock Purdy gets hurt every freaking year at
going
this point.
Into the draft.
3 years in a row, I think he's gotten hurt. Brock Purdy.
He's had some injuries. None major, but they're
this being the third year in a row.
Purdy is not a sturdy fella.
I'm not saying season-ending, but he gets hurt every year.
He gets banged up. He's not
take out a couple
big.
Games. Yeah.
He's not very big.
Yeah.
However,
he should not take hits.
Every quarterback for San Francisco has been injured and taken out.
It happens to them. Everybody gets injured in San Francisco. There's something wrong
in San Francisco.
Sure.
Like it happens.
I heard one of the announcers saying something about what at this point they got to be thinking what's going on here. Like, is Carmen Policy still cursed from some deal he made with the devil back in the 90s from their old dynasty, because no team should have to go through injuries like this year after year after year after year.
Every
like,
quarter,
you have once every 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. You have we lost everybody this year. We're gonna have a great draft pick next year, whatever, and we'll reload. But with San Francisco, it is every year.
It's very consistent.
It is every year. Just lose.
I'm waiting for Christian McCaffrey to go down.
Money.
At some point, he's going to go down.
No, he will not. He's going to last the fantasy season.
He's not.
And then I don't care.
I don't see how, dude. I don't
put
see how.
I'll put a Bowmore on that.
Both of you.
Shut up. I'll put a Bowmore. That he has to sit out at least 2 quarters because he hurts himself.
No. He's on pace
he said no.
for over 130 catches. Like, he's on.
My team has had the highest score in the league for 3 weeks in a row, thanks to Christian McCaffrey and company. And
is this when you want to be doing
shut your mouth?
So we just need him to get injured before playoffs.
No,
right?
No,
he's got to be
week
honestly,
18.
Okay, he has enough experience that he knows this isn't when you want your team to be peaking.
I know. That's why I haven't been bright. Like, dude, I almost went off in the chat last week or this week. You know what I mean? Third week in a row.
Right,
you know what I mean? His high score. I was just like, I got to. And I was like about to put something in. And I was just like, it's week 5, bro.
Yes.
You're peaking way too early. Like you did last year. You know what I mean? You got this big old peak, and then all of a sudden everybody gets hurt for the playoffs, and there's your season. Like, it's like, oh, no.
I'm just trying to make the playoffs. I'm just trying to make the playoffs this season.
Anyway. So one last team to go over here.
Contender or pretender?
The Los Angeles Rams.
They're 3-2.
Fair enough. Not 4-1.
They should be 4-1.
I'm telling you, ridiculous. I'm looking at these Rams like a contender. Like, I am. The offense.
They have all the pieces.
Really good.
They can rush the quarterback.
Defense is playing great. Yeah. As long as Stafford is healthy and on that team, like, that team can go to the Super Bowl.
And as soon as they start connecting with Adams.
Yes,
that's the piece.
Yes, I agree. Once
they figure that out,
once him and Devontae Adams kind of like get that just rhythm together, because they're just a little bit off, And once it clicks, man, they're gonna do damage.
And you said that a couple of weeks ago, and so I've been like hyper focused on that because of that, and I agree that
they're so close.
It's just like a foot off.
Yes, it's just
foot off.
And all that is just
off.
like if he just waits just a fraction longer, or if Devontae just knows to break just a little bit sooner, and those things that like you through reps. And the thing is that he couldn't get those reps in the offseason because Stafford wasn't at practice.
Yep.
He didn't practice until the week before the season or something like that. He had back problems. So they weren't able to get
plus he's
those
still
reps.
got those shoulder issues.
They're at the end of training camp in terms of how much work they've gotten together. So they're already, Devontae Adams is like a top 20 receiver, right? In PPR?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah. And that's without them having any connection, any rhythm.
I think he's top 15. He might be like 11 or 12, but he's definitely in the teens at the very least.
I feel like the Rams have just been put like one gauntlet after another. We got another one coming up with Baltimore.
It's a rough schedule.
So it's like...
When do you play Baltimore?
You're catching Baltimore at a really
When do
good
you play
time.
Baltimore?
This week.
Oh, dude.
I got
Baltimore's
Jackson
a
as
cakewalk
questionable
this week.
right now.
He's not going to play.
You're like 7-point favorites this week, brother.
Are we?
Yes.
I'm gonna look
It
it
makes
up
no
later.
sense. Like unless they're really feeling like their entire season is on the line this week, which I don't think so. Like they're a veteran enough team. John Harbaugh has been around for like almost 20 years at this point.
And they went through this last year.
They're not going to panic. And
the hole wasn't quite this big,
this,
but they were in a big hole last year.
But they're not in a huge hole this year because there's no team that's like 6-0, 5-1 in the division.
And
Nobody's
they're going
running
through
away.
the rough part of their schedule now.
And they still get to play Pittsburgh twice.
You're right. 7 exactly.
I'm sorry. Did you see that finger?
Huh?
I did.
Well, I'm just
I
saying,
saw it, and I barely looked up.
Hey, hold on.
You made it sound like Pittsburgh was the easy meat. I was like, dude.
Wow. How sensitive.
That's how you set that up. I was
and
like,
defensive
dude,
is
come
he
on,
because
man.
the way that I see it is I set Pittsburgh up as the team to beat. Like if a team was going to be running away with a division, it would be the one who still has
lead
its
up to
quarterback.
it made it sound the opposite. I was like, come on, man.
No. It's no. That would have been like me saying that Dallas has time to get off the map because they still have 2 shots at Philly.
Right.
That's the way that I'm saying that. Is like you know who the dog is that you have to chase down, and you still have 2 bites at him.
Right.
And so that's the way that if I was the guy running the Ravens, that's the way that I'm looking at it. Is I'm not rushing Lamar back, knowing we have a bye next week,
and they got to buy. Yeah.
I'm just like I'm doing everything I can do to get my team fired up over what happened last week, and to play Raven
to
football,
go on a streak,
because like if anybody who watched that game, I don't know who that team was. I in my life watching football, like I've watched basically every Ravens game ever since they moved there.
Right.
And I don't think I've ever seen them get beat like that. Just absolutely whipped. Like they looked like.
Say it again slowly.
They got absolutely decimated.
I love it.
The Houston and it wasn't like busted coverages. It wasn't like poor tackling or the Texans were just blowing them off the line. They did whatever they wanted with whoever they wanted.
Yeah, agreed.
Jalen Knoll scored a touchdown. Hutchinson scored twice. Collins scored. They were throwing the ball with their running backs. They did absolutely everything that they wanted. It was like they were practicing.
And yet, Woody Marks
out there, and yet Woody Marks like 4 points or something like that.
5,
it was bad.
I think,
it was really bad.
After looking so good the previous week, I was just like,
guy who's been holding Nick Chubb in all kinds of places is like, told you. And Nick Chubb was like 11 for 60 and a touchdown. Right. And if you look at his numbers, they're good. They're good. Yeah. Nick Chubb, there's no reason that like people are like, Woody Marks. No, but they don't ask him to do a ton. Right. And their offense hasn't been in a position to score a bunch of points so far. So I think Nick Chubb is a player that people should be buying in on. He's not going anywhere. They love him. On that other side, that Ravens team reminded me of like when I was a kid, the team that lost every week, when I first started watching football, was the Bucks. You remember?
First few years you watched
right.
For me, it was the
remember
Rams.
it was every single Sunday somebody was beating the Buccaneers 38-14 is what it felt like. And they did the stupidest things. They were like their quarterback would fumble the ball out of the back of the end zone. Like
wasn't that the 0-16 season?
Their punter would whiff on kicking the ball. Like
right. 0-16 was right in that area, right?
No. That was the Lions.
Oh, that wasn't Tampa.
Yeah,
I thought Tampa had an 0-16.
Tampa did when they first started. Tampa started. If I'm not, you could look this up. I believe they started 0-26.
What?
Like they lost the first 26 games as a franchise. I'm pretty sure.
Wow, they're lucky they're in Tampa, Florida, where people are just happy to be there.
Yeah,
I mean,
just happy
if that's Buffalo or Philly, like, oh my God, people are dying.
So they became a franchise in 1976, right? They started 0-26, and then they were in the NFC Championship game in 1979.
In year 3?
4.
Wow.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had to wait 26 games before winning their first regular season game. They finally got that first win in Week 13 of 1977 season, their second year against the New Orleans Saints.
Wow.
That's funny.
Whew. Yeah, like I say, if they weren't in Florida, they wouldn't have survived. But hey, good to be in Florida.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what the Ravens reminded me of, is that. Last week.
All that
to say. That's how bad the Ravens looked last week. They did not look like an NFL football team last week. And I'm just not used to seeing that from Baltimore. It was weird.
Yeah,
it was just
definitely weird. And I'm sorry, just before we move on, let me throw one more team out there. The Pittsburgh Steelers. We're 3-1. And we're in a division that all of a sudden we get to play Baltimore twice. We get to play Cincinnati twice. We get to play
Who's
Cleveland
up next?
twice.
That's the one you're worried about the most, probably.
Right, it's Cleveland.
Who's up next?
Cleveland.
Yeah, you're playing Cleveland this weekend.
Yeah.
We're going to find out a lot.
Yeah,
I think.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I think this one's going to, like, if they can't beat Cleveland, a traditionally bad
spoiler alert,
franchise.
Well, and like I said, Cleveland has proven that they're not a pushover this year. They've proven that
Myles Garrett never has been, dude.
That defense is just legit.
That has been the thing for me about the Browns. Like I picked them to cover over against the Ravens, which now a few wees later looks like a pretty good call,
right?
Because the Ravens don't look very good and the Browns look better than they do.
No, they really do.
But as long as you have, like I said, I think I said this earlier when we were on the car ride over, that to me the Browns have the best player in the division.
In Garrett.
Yeah. And when you have a guy like Myles Garrett, your defense is just going to show up every single week, because if something's not going right, you're going to have to answer to 95. And you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be the reason that he comes over to you and says, "What's up, dude? You didn't study this week."
Right, and you can't discount that the new rookie looked good. The new rookie came in last week, and Dylan Gabriel, he looked good.
Good enough that they ship Flacco out.
Right. Yeah. That's definitely telling you something that the very
next week.
And
he's playing. Isn't he starting?
Yeah. He's starting for Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Right.
Cincinnati. Yeah.
And he's starting against Green Bay, who he beat a couple weeks ago.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait, is the Green Bay defense out there?
He's like, I already played you guys. Let's do it.
Yeah. It's too funny, man. The stuff that's going on right now. The NFL is crazy right now. It's awesome with the trading. Because the NFL used to be like the no trade league, never any trades, and anytime anybody was trading, someone was getting robbed. The NFL's trades were the worst.
So I know this is I'm gonna circle back. I'm gonna circle back way back when Brian told Ken he's number one with his middle finger. Honestly, if I could just keep my head on my shoulders when you're angry, I think we give Ken the most shit about his team out of the three of us. So, like, honestly, when you take a step back, like, if he's talking shit on me, like, probably should just take it. Because, I'm always poking this guy.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're buddies here. If I give one of you guys the middle finger, it's in jest.
Look at this shirt that I am wearing. It is a gift from this guy right here. On my right.
Oh, my God, I remember that. That was funny.
And I love the shirt.
Right,
I do. And I do miss the 90s.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you gave me one that said I miss the 70s, I'd be right there with you.
Seriously.
But anyway, I wanted to call that out because I just think, we know, but not everybody ever.
This guy
everybody
to
knows.
my left. But no, I would like the Steelers to do something.
For sure.
At the trade deadline.
I want to see Aaron Rodgers do something.
I want another weapon. You know what I want? I want them to do is I want them to like a guy who looks like he could be something and is going to be expendable here in a couple weeks is Tyquan Thornton in Kansas City. I think he would be great in Pittsburgh, and I think that's what your offense is missing. Is someone who can actually take the top off. Because, Calvin Austin is fast, but he's also 5'9".
Right. But that's I mean, but taking the top off is just getting out there and having people go with you.
For
so,
DK. That's the thing is I think is missing.
I do think we're missing a piece, but I don't know about Thornton.
I just want to see Aaron Rodgers do something more.
It doesn't have to be
He had a great first game, and then it felt like he just kind of went mediocre. Like a journeyman should. Somebody who's hopping team to team.
But I'll tell you.
I wanted to see that spark.
But remember those first 2 weeks where he was throwing all the time and, oh, my God, and I was just like, that's not what we wanted. That's not, as a fan, the mediocre Rodgers is what I want to see.
In terms of statistics.
In terms of getting to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If we have a chance to get to the Super Bowl, it's because we are a conservative team where Rodgers only does what he has to, and the defense carries us. And then if we happen to get behind, we have a Hall of Famer in Aaron Rodgers that knows how to get things done.
I really feel like Caleb Johnson has to become a factor.
I agree with that.
Your team.
I definitely agree with that. I'm Kenny Gainwell has been a pleasant surprise. I thought he was absolute trash. He's not absolute trash. He's okay.
As a Cowboys fan, I got much respect for Kenny Gainwell.
Okay.
I kind of feel like I had him 1 year on my roster. He seems familiar.
So he's that guy who's always just a play away from being the guy because he's the backup.
He's always the backup.
He's been the backup in Philly
but he's
for
a good
long
backup.
time. He was the backup in Philly.
He gets the chance
behind multiple other running backs.
Yeah.
But they just kept him because he's really good. He's a really solid player. But he's kind of like a step down from what you get from Jaylen Warren.
Which, honestly, Jaylen Warren, I love the guy.
No, he's
But
right,
on a running back scale of 1 to 10, he's
7.
6. 6.5.
Yeah, 7's being
You know
nice,
what I mean?
right?
Yeah, 7 is generous.
But I've seen some stuff out of him that makes me want to give him a 7.
And I've seen some stuff that makes me want to give him a 3. So you know what I mean? It's a mix. And like I say, as a guy that I like the guy, but he's a 6, and I want to see. I don't know Caleb Johnson. I don't know what he can do in the
mystery
NFL.
Box.
But he might be he was drafted to be a 7.5, 8, 8.5.
You drafted him high enough that he should be playing
and
some amount of snaps by this point.
He earned the bench.
And now, okay, hold on. I'm so glad that a few weeks ago, I think it was probably 3 weeks ago now, that I said that there seemed to be a shift going on in the NFL in terms of personnel on kickoff returns and how it seemed to be shifting from the Kevontae Turpin style of kick returner to just whoever your running back is that isn't getting on the field on first, second, or third down. Because every team's doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And so it kind of felt like he just kind of got plugged in because that's the roster spot that he's filling rather than he should be back there. And if you didn't already know that before then, you definitely know it after that play. But it shouldn't have.
He just had to know the rules, bro. He just had to know the rules of the position he was playing.
Okay, do you know the rules?
I'm not. If I was getting paid as a professional, I would 100% know the rules for the position I'm playing. 100%. I would study the F out of it. Are you kidding me?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. So you're telling me that 0 times your supervisor has come to you and explained to you something that you need to be doing that you didn't already know? That's never happened to you before.
That's no. Okay.
Because you could have known.
I see what you're saying.
You could have known.
And of course, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes.
I'm not even saying
But
that. I'm saying
today.
I'm saying
I ran a tournament which has high stakes. I've got to do all this tax paperwork correctly. My job is super easy, but if I'm going to get fired doing anything, it's something like this because of the tax paperwork and all the different different departments that get involved, right? And I tell you what, on that, I am 100% sure I'm 100% right.
But that's not exactly.
But on my everyday job, will I be a little lax on something when my supervisor goes, "Hey, come on," and I'm of course.
And that's what this was for him.
That's not what that is.
Yes, it is because he's a running back. You're not asking him to figure out who he's supposed to block on 3rd and 7. I would say
that this is a special occasion that you need to know your stuff.
Oh my God,
this is.
It's not. No, it's not.
And you know the rules have changed.
Come on, man.
You know the rules have changed. You have to understand what those rules are.
I would be absolutely stunned if you took every single player that was currently on an active roster, asked them a question regarding that play in a test-like format, and more than 50% of them have the answer.
I would too. But if you asked every kick returner,
he's not a kick returner.
He was
not a kick returner.
That day.
No,
he obviously practiced as it that week. You know what?
That's on your coach. That's not on this That's not on this kid. That's not on this kid. That's trying to have a job in the NFL and has been training for that job in all these other ways that have nothing to do with what you asked him to do.
But now
you just want him on the roster, and you need someone to do this job, and you didn't prepare him. That is on you.
I love this is what gets him fired up.
No, you know what gets me? You know why it gets me fired up specifically right now? Because Mike Tomlin fucking gets away with everything. The guy should have been fired 5 times by now.
No.
Yes.
You're just objectively wrong there.
No, I'm not.
How many seasons has he had with the Steelers?
20.
It hasn't been 20.
Yes.
It's
2006 to 2025.
Has it been
Bill Cowher won the Super Bowl and said peace out.
Do you know how many losing seasons he's had in those 20?
0. But you know how many 8-8 seasons he's had in those 20? Like 8.
Where was he before that?
No, it's a
Tampa
lot.
Bay.
No, if you're saying like 9 and 7,
9 and 7, 8 and 8 seasons.
Okay,
and also has had runs.
8 and 8,
them.
just 1 or 2.
I'm talking
just
like he has survived. Like he has survived mediocrity like no other coach in his era.
Where was Tomlin before the Steelers?
He was the defensive coordinator.
Very young.
He was a defensive coordinator for Minnesota.
I want to say he was hired at 33, 34.
He was young. He was it was like 34.
So yeah, he was hired very young. He was the hot new defensive coordinator at the time. Only been in the NFL, or only been a defensive coordinator for a few years. But he was the new hotness. Came in and Steelers hire coaches for life, basically.
He was 34.
34.
Yeah, he was born in 72.
He's only 2 years older than me.
Right? No, he was Tampa Bay. Oh, he was Tampa Bay's defense.
That's what I thought. I was like, wait, that's not tracking with me. I thought he was Tampa Bay.
I didn't even know, dude. He's been our coach for so long.
He was. Minnesota. 06.
Defensive coordinator, defensive coordinator.
7.
Okay. That tracks.
Wait, who was the... So Cowher stayed another year?
And he's a Super Bowl.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Bill Cowher coached 2006? I thought he coached the Super...
That wasn't you're not talking the Super Bowl year was 2005, right? Yeah.
I thought he walked away after that. I know Bettis did.
Yeah, Bettis did for sure. And then was that Roethlisberger's rookie year the next year?
No, 04 was Roethlisberger's rookie year. He won with Cowher.
Oh, he did win with Cowher.
And he won with Tomlin.
That's right. And then he won with Tomlin. That was what? Okay.
Yeah.
And
I'm bad with history.
And and also that was Tomlin's only Super Bowl victory. You know who ran that offense?
that year? I don't.
That era. Bruce Arians.
Oh yeah. I remember Bruce Arians. Yeah.
Super Bowl winning
For
coach
sure.
with Tom Brady later.
Youngest head
Oh
coach.
no, and especially for the first half dozen years,
And
like,
also
we
he
were definitely
he almost
set
got
up with coordinators.
And he almost took Arizona to a Super Bowl too.
Bruce Arians.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
We had great coordinators, especially
and that's
the first
thing
5
is,
years.
like, I think that like Tomlin's had this run, right? Where and he has been and like the Steelers haven't like threatened a Super Bowl in like what 15 years. It's been a long time since the Steelers like
that seems a little bit much, but it's a long enough stretch where you're not exaggerating.
Maybe it was like 2014. You guys made an
Like
AFC Championship game. Like it's been a long time.
It's been too long for sure.
It's been a long time. Like because I remember bringing it up because there was like
But never once have we gone into a year going, oh my God, we have a Super Bowl team, and Tomlin effed it up. It's always been, oh, we've got a mediocre team, and Tomlin gave us a chance.
to have a playoff game.
No, to have a couple of playoff games. Now, last
Hey,
4 or 5 years, that's not the
I'm
case.
a Bill
but
Parcells guy, so I very much believe in you. Just get me to the tournament, and then we'll figure it out
absolutely,
from there.
and the years.
So I get that.
The second one we
I'm
won
just
with
saying.
Tomlin.
All I'm saying
That was
is
just
that
getting there,
based
and we
on-
happened to beat Indy.
Like I feel like if he
The
was
best
with,
team in the
I feel
league.
like if he was with any other franchise, that he'd have been fired a couple of times by now.
That's very
It's
possible.
just like
Yeah,
the
but the Steelers are known
But I
to
think
be
Steelers
that's
more
only
loyal.
have 3 coaches since 19.
I think that's
Yeah,
a tribute
yeah.
to the Steelers.
Almost
I think
60
that's a
years,
tribute to
3 coaches.
Yes.
always being either at the top of or in contention for your division for decades.
Doesn't seem to be enough for the Cowboys.
I'll take the Steelers. Thank you very much.
What?
It's okay. So if you
Hold on, I'm
take
struggling
away-
to make
so if
that
you-
connection
so if
where
I-
you threw the Cowboys in here.
Because
I missed
if you take away the year in the last 20 years, if you take away the years where Tony Romo or Dak Prescott missed more than 10 games, the Cowboys have been in playoff contention every single year.
Okay, with that many qualifications, I need another shot.
Oh my God.
All I know is
But we've won 9 games
in this
and missed
century.
playoffs.
Cowboys have not been in the
Like,
Super Bowl.
huh?
Sure.
Sure.
I wouldn't mind a mixed drink
the Cowboys
too.
played. So the Cowboys played and lost 3 consecutive de facto NFC Championship games in Week 17 from 2011, 2012,
Rum and Coke, please.
and 2013.
I will take a rum and Coke.
Okay, we got Coke there.
That
And if-
sounds great.
And if I don't have
Is that Coke?
if I don't have rum up there, then a Jack and Coke. Gotta have some whiskey at least.
Anyway,
Spiced rum?
we've gotten so
Yeah, that's fine.
deep into the weeds on stuff tonight. We're eventually going to turn it around, right?
What?
Into game picks.
I mean, we can. It's only 8:30.
Oh, sweet.
We started early, and you know what I mean. Like,
And there's, I know,
you
we got time tonight. This is
Yeah.
weird. I got off early, man. It's
we got some
cool.
time.
and we have buys, so there's less games to talk about.
yeah, and you know what? Honestly,
and if
this
there's
is
anybody
what,
out there like listening,
what? I gotta
like
say-
questions, guys. Now is the time for questions. We have lots of time to answer you.
Yeah.
Like
This is the
any
night.
questions you have, like bring them on.
I gotta say, dude, I'm after watching that Baltimore-Houston game, I am really happy that Nico Collins has the bye this week.
you know, watching the Eagles play yesterday, they did those 4 tush pushes in a row. I think you nailed it. I think you nailed it with the all first downs should be reviewable. I think that
No, well, I mean, that would be the cleanest way to implement what you wanted.
yes, yeah, which is you should be able to challenge and that play and penalize.
Yeah, like it should be. What he said was. So what he said was, we were talking about the tush push, and I said that I thought that it was going to be. This is going to be the last year, and it's not because it doesn't look like a football play, but it's because it is a high enough leverage play, meaning that like it being successful is important enough to the game that getting it right has to happen. And there's too many times where the Eagles are getting away with jumping early.
Yeah.
And the offense has complete control over that. And they know how hard it is for you to, to legislate against that. and you train a guy to go on a certain count. It's just as easy. Yeah. It's just as easy to train him to go silently. You know what I mean? Half a second early, and there have been enough of there's been enough video evidence that I've seen,
and I've seen too,
that this is happening enough that it needs to be stopped. And so what Ray was saying was that he would like to see it be reviewable. And so what I said was that at that point you'd have to make every first down reviewable.
Yeah, sure. And
they've already made every scoring play reviewable. And turnovers and stuff like that as it happens, they get replay assist from the booth. And so that's all I'm talking about. That I think that if you let them keep the play and just make them play fair.
I think though a critical point to that is if they are offsides or false start, throw the flag.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
In the replay. That's enough psychological
right.
in the line, opposite line that they're going to be like.
So they would have, and I'm not sure of whether or not that's reviewable.
No, but they should make it.
No. What I'm saying is in terms of when you review the play. Let's say that we make first downs reviewable, and they're successful in that play, and then they review it because first downs are reviewable, and then they see the penalty. I'm not in most instances of things that are reviewable, I don't think attaching a penalty is something that they currently have the power to do.
So yeah. When they remake the rule,
you would have to add that.
Yes, when you remake the rule,
yes,
and you can make it
you'd have to
just an offensive line thing or whatever.
You would have to make false starts reviewable, so whatever it is, whatever the language that they would require, but they would have to make it. They would have to give power to the officials to throw a flag because they saw a penalty in a review.
Yeah,
and I've never seen that currently.
I've
never seen an official look at a review on a play and then attach a penalty to that play.
No, yeah, and you're just speaking specifically of penalties on replays.
Yes.
Because, there's always we've never seen it until we've seen it.
Right.
So
Right. I'm old enough to have watched games that didn't have any replay at all.
Yeah, and so if you could put some caveats on there. Are you challenging the line? Okay, that's the only point where we can see throw a penalty or not. Are you challenging the pocket? Are you challenging secondary? Are you you know what I mean? You could do that where so you're not watching the entirety of the play.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And saying
but that is, I think that's a broader question. And then you're talking about making fractions of plays reviewable.
Right. If you're challenging,
honestly, I swear to God, Ray, I don't doubt that the NFL might get there someday. I hope I'm dead. Because my God, I don't want to see any more stoppages in play.
If you can't say
is this rum and coke? Is that what happened?
Yes.
If you can't sit there and go,
cheers,
boys. If you can't sit there and go, we're reviewing the play to make sure nobody jumped off sides, you should penalize them for jumping off sides. Give them the 5 yards back. It gives enough psychological warfare where people will hesitate or not hesitate.
And I totally agree with you. However, it is my assumption the NFL will go, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, we're not gonna see it.
Let's just ban the
I
play.
would rather see that than I would rather see that than the play get banned because it is a football play.
Yeah, I want to see people stop it. I want to see people stop it, and I want to see that. I want to know that it is being played equally on both sides. Whether or not someone can stop it, I want to know: is the play actually unstoppable, or are they just cheating?
Well, right. Here's the point where it's relevant. It's boring. It's a boring play.
Boring.
And you should only see it once.
And you know what?
and the fact that they run it 2-3 times in a row.
It doesn't have to be boring because you've seen them run trick plays out of it. They could.
Once. Yeah.
And those are fun. Those plays are fun. The little
I think was out to Saquon out there last week.
Option play. They turned it into an option play.
Right.
I like that. That stuff's fun. And I love the option. Like I really miss Nebraska football from like the 90s.
Right.
If you guys didn't watch college football back in the from I think it was from like the early 70s to like the late 90s was Tom Osborne, the head coach of the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and it did not matter who they had.
This is the system.
It was like Vince Lombardi's toss sweep is the play. Their triple option. That's what it was called, was the triple option. Was just unstoppable. And they would have quarterbacks win Heisman trophies like year after year after year that would go undrafted in the NFL because they just weren't NFL quarterbacks. They were not good enough to play like anywhere on your roster in the NFL, but they were the most outstanding player in college football because they were the quarterback of this offense. I love the option play. I wish the NFL did it more. And especially
it's
now
becoming more of a thing.
Especially now that it's funny because I love the option, like the triple option, and it's like it's a design quarterback. If you don't know what it is, for anybody who doesn't know, it is a designed quarterback sweep, and the quarterback will have the option to run off tackle, run off the edge, or pitch the ball to a running back who is running in tandem with him.
Right.
And I love that play, but I can't stand all of that like read option crap out of the shotgun where like they kind of like they show the ball to the running back and they're really just reading one defender, and I'm outing myself here because this is because it is kind of like
the next generation of that play,
an evolution of that type of offense. It is kind of, but I don't like all of this. I don't like the stupid little slant because that's the only the option that you have is like you're either giving to the running back or you're going to hold it and you're going to run with it, or you're throwing a slant, and those are your only options because otherwise you get a flag for ineligible man downfield from your offensive line. And so that's the like, and so it's just boring like to watch because it's either a draw play or it's a quarterback like short run, like, and sometimes it's really open, but that's super rare, and it really takes a really talented quarterback in order to make that work. But like when I'm thinking of the triple option, I'm thinking of fucking Scott Frost. And if you don't know who Scott exactly, Scott Frost was like 5'11", 195-pound white kid quarterback that won a national championship with running this offense, for Nebraska. So I want to see more stuff like that, and especially with the bad tackling right now.
Did Cam Scadoo play for the Nebraska?
No, he played for Arizona State.
Seems like he's a Nebraska guy.
He should have gone to Nebraska.
Big dumb white guy.
He's not that big.
I have family from Nebraska. I'm just saying.
He's not mad about it. He's not.
I am.
He's not that big.
I am because perception's reality.
Well, he plays bigger than what he is.
And
what's his?
People want to make him out to be
220.
He's 215.
215.
Okay. And I think
which is pretty average for a running back. It's not big. It's average.
His rookie profile, his listed weight when he was at Arizona State was 210. Now they're saying he's 215, and that's rare. Most rookies don't gain weight until after the first season. Right. They lose weight in the first season because they're not used to all the constant work.
And whatever poundage the team puts out, it's give or take 7 pounds.
And also, they're not on a they're not on like a team regimented diet.
Okay.
So all that stuff happens like during their rookie year, and usually it's the second year that players gain some weight.
That is true, yeah.
and like really find their explosiveness because they get comfortable in their offenses and stuff like that. And so like I don't think we've seen exactly how good he can be, but I really want to pump the brakes on like this like new Earl Campbell. Because he's just not. He's not that. He's
fun
not.
to watch.
And at the same time, I love watching the guy. I love watching him do what he does. But I really don't like it when people are just like blindly stupid about what they're seeing.
And like we brought this up already, but you can say the same thing about Bill Krosky and like all the hype around him.
They're not the same player.
No, I know, but they have too much hype around them. Like Bill Krosky is good, and I think he's going to be a good player this year. But the hype that he has is outrageous.
Okay, do you know why? Okay. Here's why I'm gonna agree with you and say that you're wrong at the same time.
Okay.
I agree that the hype on him is outrageous because he's not really like a special. He's not Bijan Robinson. He's not Jahmyr Gibbs.
Right.
Okay. Right. But you're wrong that the hype on him is misplaced because this game's about fantasy football now. And this is their victory lap, is Bill Krosky Merritt. Because all the fantasy heads, like the deep fantasy heads, they knew about him and drafted him with their third round pick, whatever it took to get him in their dynasty drafts. And now they're all celebrating, and that's what you're hearing.
For sure.
That's what you're hearing. You're hearing the celebration of a bunch of dynasty nerds and fantasy nerds who saw this guy coming in May, in April, whatever, and are being like, it's like me with Ibuka. You know, like I've been on Ibuka. Like I've known that I was going to have Ibuka on my team since July.
Right. So rest of season, like just in a vacuum, you put him top 12, top 20, top 15?
I would love to have him. Like if he's on my roster, it's hard not to start him.
So what do you like?
He's
top 12? 15?
I would say top 20.
Okay.
Because I'm still,
which is good. That's a solid number 2.
Right. I still don't love this Commander's offense.
What you got there?
Ooh, cookies.
Oh.
Tell us about
Too
these
much
cookies.
sugar.
Hey, tell us about him.
Young Donius.
Tell us about him.
It's a new recipe that I found, and there's peanut butter chocolate chips in it.
Make sure you pack some for
Did
Brian's
you just
daughter.
make these?
Yeah.
Make
Oh,
sure you
goodness.
package them
Nice,
some for
brother.
Brian's daughter. Okay.
Thank you.
Let's see what
Oh
this is.
my goodness.
You guys gonna have a bake
I
off?
was gonna you guys need to split one with me because I can't eat all that sugar in one night.
Why not?
Oh my god.
Alcohol is basically sugar.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Which I'm already doing the alcohol. Plus, we already did the muffin earlier. The apple strudel muffin that was so good. Oh my goodness.
To wrap
It's
that
so
up, I
warm.
totally understand why people are.
I love how your son just took that as a challenge. It was like, oh yeah, taste this.
No. He did not take that as a challenge. He's sharing, in the knowledge, because this is something he likes to do. He wants to be a chef. Right now, his own ambition is to be the baker chef. So
You're awesome, man. Thank you.
that's why he knew exactly what she did.
Right.
I'm gonna take one of these.
So yeah. So I told him, I was like, hey, try this sugar cookie. You brought sugar cookies your daughter made the other day. And so he was tasting it, and he had his things to say about it, but from a analysis point of view. You know what I mean? So I told him, hey,
dude.
she's learning and she's enjoying it. Send some stuff her way so she can taste it, give her own analysis on it, and so on and so forth. And so he did. You know what I mean? And I think probably the cupcake you made probably reminded him, oh,
I need to do.
I'm gonna make some cookies because I wanted to, maybe make. I look good at it as a pen pal, but with baking.
Yeah. No,
That's better than a pen pal.
Yeah, right.
That's kind of how I thought about it.
Yeah, if we just ship food back and forth to each other, we'd never have to say a word.
World peace.
Yeah. What is that?
And very good.
A
My
picture's worth
goodness.
1,000 words. A meal's worth a million.
Really? That's a good one. I like that.
It should be.
Yeah, if it's
Hey,
not,
hey, right here.
Coin
here,
it,
Right
coin
here.
it.
Just did.
Coined
okay?
it. Kenny Bailey.
It's on the internet. Okay, so I will sue your ass.
We now have proof of the copyright.
I will come after you like Slim Shady coming after Zuckerberg.
well, what happened there?
I was actually just reading about this, and so apparently his the record label branch of his business is suing Meta for like $110 million, essentially for not regulating what people are putting on their platform, by just allowing people to create videos and their stupid little clips and stuff like that and use his music, and not paying the royalties, the appropriate royalties for his music appearing
And they're
on
the
on their
platform that's
platform.
allowing it. So,
And I read that and I was like, hell yes, absolutely. Because he should get paid for that. Like, it's like I saw this thing. It was Sting. What's that song? It's Every Step You Take, I think is the name. Okay.
Stalker song, yeah.
And then so Diddy
Yeah, it is.
sampled that song.
Sure. Yeah, I remember.
And
Biggie Smalls died.
without permission, and pays him over $1 million a year.
Yeah, I heard about that. It was like
Really?
something $1,000 a day.
Yes.
It's like some $1,000.
It's
a day.
absurd. Yes, the amount of money he pays per day. Because
Because I seen the interview with Sting on that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Someone was asking him about it, and he was just kind of like whatever about it.
He's like, "Yep, I make that
Yeah.
because he did that."
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And,
Dude, I've seen some stuff with Sting like in his later years, and he seems like this cool old musician who just doesn't give an F. Like, he's got all the money in the world
I
that he
always
needs.
At that point, yeah.
I always think of him like he did a cameo on Friends in like the final season. I think it was Ross's kid went to school with Sting's kid or something.
Yes, yeah. I remember that episode because Phoebe like tries to get
She wants to get she wants
his
to
signature,
tickets.
so she proposed as the mom.
Can.
Anyway, we're getting way off track.
Yeah.
What? That's not
We're
football?
drunk.
So yeah, I know, right? Let's talk about the first game we got on the
We're still in
list.
Homer minute.
Well, we did our Homer minute
I
with
think
the
we did,
question.
yeah.
Then
Did you-
you led into your Homer minute with something else.
I thought we had.
If you got more to say about the Cowboys, feel free. But
I talked
think
about
we
how
should talk
bad
about-
they beat up the Jets. Not really. It's not something to get super excited about.
Yeah.
I don't think. The Cowboys are still really beat up right
Is
now.
the Jets
but
the
it's
only
it's a-
05 team right now?
Yeah, they're the only defeated or undefeated team. They're the only team with a 0 in
their
either
record.
in either the win or loss bracket.
So speaking of the Jets, we got the Broncos at the Jets, -7.5 at the Broncos. This is a Euro game, so make sure you pick this game and
Set your
sit 'em,
alarm.
start them before Sunday. Over and under is 43.5. Money line is at -410 if you're betting on the Broncos, and +320 if you're betting on the Jets.
Based on what I saw last week, I really just want to bet the Broncos. Like,
How
want-
could you not at this point?
like,
I mean,
and
I mean,
they-
yeah.
to
until
me,
the Jets show you something,
like how
and Denver
crazy-
has.
like, did you see the locker room, the Denver
Or-
locker room after
No.
that Philly game? Like they were trying to interview Sean Payton. There's smoke everywhere.
Really, just cigars going everywhere, huh?
Dude, that team has got to be so pumped up right now, and they should be, because they're
Yeah.
good. They are good. They've got some really talented
Well,
players. Like,
coming into this year, I think they were kind of expected to be good, and then they
But
kind of
if-
let people down at the beginning. And they're
I
just
wouldn't
like,
mind
"Oh,
seeing
Bo Nix
Sean
sucks."
Payton win another Super Bowl. Wait, he won with the Saints, right?
Oh yeah,
So I wouldn't mind seeing him win another one with another team. And the Broncos, as long as it's not against the
he'd
the
be
Rams,
the
I
first
think we're
coach to
good.
do that.
Heh.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to fact check that.
Players have done it.
Players have, sure,
Yeah.
certainly.
Real coaches have done that.
really?
Yeah.
I did not. Huh? I thought there was a couple that have done that, but all right, I believe you. But
I think a coach might have gotten to a Super Bowl with multiple teams,
but not won it.
But I don't even think that's happened.
Well, that would be interesting. And Denver has the team that they can sneak in there and do it this year. I mean,
Tony Dungy was super close with the Bucs.
If Bo Nix can take a step up, you know what I mean? If that defense
People
is
are
good,
so like it's what's funny about the hype on the Broncos coming into this year to me is that Bo Nix is still 25 years old and a second-year quarterback, and there usually is a step back before there's another step forward. Because it's a learning process, and typically what happens is the NFL figures you out before you figure it out.
Right.
And so the NFL figures out what you can't do.
No, for sure.
Before you figure out
having a couple games on tape is huge.
Yeah,
that's
before
why
you're able to figure out what you're
going to
do about it.
Yeah.
So to Ken's point, no head coach in the NFL history has ever won a Super Bowl with two different teams.
Bill Parcells and Don Shula. I'm seeing that.
So Don Shula won with Miami and got to the Super Bowl with the Baltimore
Colts.
Colts
he lost the Namath game. Don
Bill
Shula was the coach. I
Parcells.
always forget that he was still the coach during that Namath game.
Bill Parcells won with the New York Giants, but
and lost with the Patriots.
Lost with the Patriots. And Mike Holmgren won with Green Bay.
Lost with Seattle.
Andy Reid won with Kansas City.
Lost with Philadelphia.
John Fox coached two different teams to the Super Bowl.
And lost both.
Dan Reeves coached
Carolina
the Denver Broncos.
And then they replaced him with Gary Kubiak, and then they won, remember?
Anyway, I think I'm picking Broncos. I think everybody else is picking Broncos. I have Breece Hall as my running back.
So
I will start him.
We talked about fantasy implications, and I think so the way this is that perfect situation I was talking about with Justin Fields is I don't think the Broncos are going to score 40 points. They could really play well in this game and score. I think they're going to blow the Jets out. I do think that. I don't know if it's going to be 24-3. I don't know if it's going to be 38-3. I don't know if it's, whatever. But I think this is going to be that game where you see, oh man, if they don't have a touchdown drive, Garrett Wilson and Justin Fields in the fourth quarter, this is really bad. Yeah.
I can definitely see it being one of those games.
This lines up to be that game.
And like I say, I've been playing with fire. I've been playing with Justin Fields all year this year, and I'm benching him this week.
I'm worried about.
I'm not playing.
Wilson
I've got him in 3 leagues, and I'm benching him everywhere.
If they keep losing, that Justin Fields just loses his job, and then what happens to Garrett Wilson? That's
who's the backup?
What I'm
who's
worried about because it's not about who the backup is. The thing is that Garrett Wilson and Justin Fields are college teammates.
Right.
That's why he peppers him so hard with targets. Is that they have that connection.
But even back in Chicago, he peppered DJ Moore.
Look at Garrett Wilson with every other quarterback he's played with other than Joe Flacco. And the numbers are bad. The numbers
Garrett Wilson?
Yes. As in terms of what you're looking for, in terms of compared to how you see him based on what he's produced this year.
But you're talking about his numbers with what's his name, Zach Wilson.
Everybody, it doesn't right, but that's who they've got.
But when you say everybody, that's 6 people that don't start in the NFL. I mean,
and you know what? Justin Fields has been a backup a lot of his career, and who's behind him? Do we even know?
Well, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think it is Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, it's Tyrod Taylor.
And we know what he is.
We know what we're going to get from Tyrod Taylor.
So the only way Justin Fields loses his starting job is if they're just okay, this guy is god awful. He's never going to be a starting quarterback in the NFL.
And we talked about,
and that is possible, but I don't think they're there yet.
What if Aaron Glenn gets fired?
Then what?
Exactly. Then we don't.
What? We're going to go to Tyrod? That's going to be better.
Who knows what they'll do? That's my point.
I'm just saying, if they're trying to tank,
that is my point.
I don't know.
It's so if the Jets are 2-3, they've won a couple of these games and they look like a scrappy team. Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson are a great place to be the rest of the season. But the Jets are 0-5 and they're in London and their fucking owner is an idiot.
Listen,
I can't dispute any of that.
I just want everybody to know this is the only show that you will find that will spend this much time on a losing fucking team. Okay.
The owner named his son. Listen, hold on. The owner named his son Brick.
As in thick as. But I'm just saying that
I don't know. I can't think of anything other than Anchorman.
I blame our tangents right now.
Brick, I just think of Steve Carell from Anchorman.
I
love
blame
Lamp.
Any tangents we're going on right now, I blame on our listeners right now because they should be asking questions.
That's true.
If you guys are asking questions right now, we will stop our tangents right away and answer your questions because that's what we're here for. And honestly, as much as we're like going off on things and drinking alcohol and whatnot, we actually have a pretty good idea on what's going on in the NFL and fantasy football.
Yeah,
so
we do.
if you want to ask some questions and get some opinions on what you got going on out there, guys, please ask them.
And on a serious note, the numbers that I've seen on Troy Franklin are very encouraging.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, in terms of snap
He's
percentage,
definitely one of those surprising
targets,
rookies.
Well, he's second year.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. He just did nothing while you were running. Yeah.
College teammate of
Who?
Bo Nix.
Oh, okay. All right.
They went to Oregon together. So they've done damage together. One of my favorite moments of the Broncos season so far was Troy Franklin dropping a deep ball that he absolutely should have caught, and then him and Bo Nix on the sidelines right after, and him going, "Come on, bro."
You gotta catch that, man.
And he's not mad, at all. And so they've obviously got a connection.
But just the ability to talk to each other. Yeah.
And so Cortland Sutton is obviously the one in Denver. But we've been waiting to figure out who the number 2 is going to be. Like, people are excited about that rookie Pat Bryant. Like, he was a fireball rising in rookie drafts and Dynasty this year. And Marvin Mims has 2 Pro Bowls and an All-Pro as a kick returner. So everyone's really excited. And he's still only 23, so everyone's really excited about him. But I think it's Troy Franklin.
All right.
I think he's the number 2.
And he's starting to get those numbers, too, so... All right, moving on to a game that's very interesting to
bye weeks are
here.
coming up. So beat
we
the
already
waiver
have
wire,
bye weeks.
Be smart. No, huh? I mean, big bye weeks are coming up. Like it was kind of I think there's like 8 teams on bye or something like that.
This week?
Week 8.
Okay, then we're not on week.
There's like a bye.
Week 6, everybody.
There's a huge bye week coming up in week 7 or week 8.
Oh no!
Be prepared is what he's saying.
It's coming soon.
So next up, we got the Rams versus the Baltimore Ravens. The Rams are -7. Over under is 44.5. Money line's at -360 if you're betting on the Rams, plus 285 if you're betting on the Ravens.
44
I'm certainly
and a half.
beating 44.5. I am picking the Rams, obviously.
44.5. Are they just assuming the Ravens aren't going to score?
That's a lot of points.
It's only a 7-point spread, man.
How is the Ravens defense?
What Ravens?
They coming into the year, they were supposed to be good. They were supposed to be one of the best, and they have proven over the first 5 weeks that they are not. There has been a couple of injuries. There are some reasons here and there, but honestly, not that big of ones. Like, I don't see the Baltimore defense all of a sudden. Like, but still, I don't see them.
You can tell that the quarterback of the defense isn't there. That's how it feels.
Well, that's okay. That is definitely how it feels. That's for sure.
Like, they're just getting run over. It's unbelievable. Like, they're getting run over so bad that Derrick Henry is almost unstartable.
He really is,
because he's just not going to play enough.
I paid for him in my guillotine league, and I'm just like, I guess I paid for him to ride the bench because that's where he's staying for a while
until Lamar comes back and they start looking like they're going to be which is crazy. Because when Derrick Henry went to Baltimore, you were worried about like rushing touchdowns and opportunities that Lamar would take away from Derrick
endurance.
Henry.
Like, is he going to get hurt?
And now, and people, it's funny because I think that I heard somebody just like.
Let me ask you guys a question real quick. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No worries.
Ravens defense. Do you drop them?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's it. Go ahead. Continue.
So
asking for a friend over there.
I heard somebody questioning why the Ravens seem like they feel like they need to have Justice Hill out on the field in passing situations and not Derrick Henry. And my thought on that is that like the reason that Derrick Henry it looks amazing all the time and the way that he does is because teams are smart about how they use him. And they only ask him to do the battering ram stuff. They don't ask him to do a whole bunch of extra, like blocking 300-pound linemen and running routes where he's gassing himself. So, and that's the thing is like
I've seen him score some long touchdowns on some little routes though too. For sure.
No, he is incredible. I'm not saying he shouldn't be doing it. What I'm saying is that I'm not sure that you get exactly what you want out of Derrick Henry if you try and put him out there for every snap and have him run 40 routes a game. I really don't think that that's what you want to do.
Yeah, you need to rest him up is what you're saying.
You're thoroughbred. You don't want to just like have him out there running wind sprints.
Well, especially at this age, and he's your pounder.
I think that he's never been used that way, and I think it's just like the brilliance behind the people who've managed Derrick Henry is that like it's not that he can't catch balls and it's not that he couldn't have maybe even if you had wanted him if you wanted him to if you watch Derrick Henry run out into the flat and go up to catch passes, he has natural ability. If you wanted him to catch 80 passes, he could do it, and he would be phenomenal at it because no one wants to tackle Derrick Henry out there one-on-one. But then you might not get the guy who can just flat out get you every single third and one that you have
for a while. Yeah.
So that's my thoughts when I think of Derrick Henry is that why he's not on the field more.
Watching him this year, like, do you feel like he's lost something?
No,
because honestly, I like. In the games that I've seen him, like...
You don't think Derrick Henry's lost something?
I don't, dude. Watching him run by people is just like, it doesn't even... When you...
Derrick Henry.
It does feel like it's a matter of time until he breaks out. I do get that feeling.
I think it's a matter of time before he has a breakout game. I don't think he's the Derrick Henry of Derrick Henry.
I still think he is. Now, to me, when
I'm in between.
Derrick Henry has always been a guy who could... look like a runaway train on an 80-yard run and then spend the next 3 quarters getting tripped up behind the line.
There's a reason why the Titans traded him. There's a reason why the Titans traded him. He's already on his way down. And
well, I mean, the Titans...
He looked amazing last year.
Didn't trade him.
Like last year, it looked like the Titans were idiots last year.
And that's how you trade him.
They did not trade him. They did not trade him.
Whatever.
Who's not listening to me? They did not trade him.
Whatever. Trade him, drop him, whatever.
They couldn't.
You do it with one good season left in the tank.
And that's
Dude,
it.
this is like... Okay, so for the Titans to have kept...
Trade drop 101. Roster management 101. You drop them, trade them with one good season.
So hold on, Ken. So Ken. So Ray, what is your prediction for the rest of the year on Derrick Henry?
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
I mean, I think he's going to have a couple more good breakout games.
Okay.
But it's going to be one of those 22 fantasy points, 8 fantasy points.
That's always been Derrick Henry.
25 fantasy points, 7. Yeah, but it's not going to be every other one.
Like last year, he was a lot more consistent than that.
He's going to have 2 or 3 single-digit games in a row.
So he was drafted to be a number 1 running back. Like around him. He was drafted to be
fine.
A top 10.
I mean, I'd give you that one. If he was on another team with a better offensive line, he might do more. Yeah, do better. Like every other running back.
If you put him on the Rams, put him on the Rams, and what does he do?
Sure. Yeah, probably better than Williams.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah,
but wouldn't have the same.
Okay, so I get your point, and I'll give you that. Like he is playing on Baltimore Ravens. With Jackson out.
When I watched Derrick Henry and like that first game of the year against Buffalo, he still just runs right by people, and he's so interesting to watch run. because it feels like it takes him like 30 yards before he's even running full speed.
It really does. No, I agree with that.
But then when he is, you're just not going to catch him. And he's still that fast. He's still that big. He's still agile. He was never Barry Sanders. But he is, like, when I watch that guy play, I don't think, oh, wow, Derrick Henry has fallen off and isn't a superstar anymore. Now, when I watch Derrick Henry, like, that is still a guy you don't want to mess with. But the rest of that team looks very different right now. And it's weird because it's not even like they've had dramatic personnel changes. They're mostly the same guys. So I don't get it. It feels like honestly, dude, it feels like they've got a culture problem.
Really? Baltimore,
Really does.
They have had Harbaugh for a while now.
Is he growing stale?
I don't know. But it
Harbaugh went to the Super Bowl against the Niners and won, right? That was the last time.
This is just weird, man. I've not seen them be this bad in the Harbaugh era.
I still would give Harbaugh a few more years too.
I hate the Ravens. Okay, I hate the Ravens, but I would still give them some time here.
Right, because they're dangerous, because they're so talented.
There's so much talent on that team. They have faced some really stiff competition early on.
Yeah.
They have had injuries. Like, there's a lot of excuses you can make for this team that's like, look, they haven't hit their peak yet. And look, after the bye week, they might be 1-5, but they're going to be hitting the soft part of their schedule too, and they're going to have their pieces back. So I'm not sleeping on Baltimore. I'm still scared of Baltimore. When you say it's their culture with Harbaugh in there, I doubt it. Maybe, maybe he's been there too long.
Did you watch that game?
I hear you, but like I said, you got to wait for a couple more. Like, let's see how they look out of the bye. And if they lay a dud out of the bye,
when's their bye?
Like, it's so weird. Like,
week 8?
Next
week? Week 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on bye. No, this week. They're on bye this week.
This week?
Who?
No, I
next
thought it was
week,
next
7.
week. Yeah, next week.
Yeah, because they're playing the Rams.
Yeah.
That's why we're talking about them.
Yeah, they might as well be on bye. They're going to lose this week.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Let's move on. Okay, then we got the Cowboys versus the Panthers.
And we're done.
Cowboys are -3. Over under is 49.5. -175 if you're betting on the Cowboys. +145 if you're betting on the Panthers.
Rico Dowdle revenge game.
Oh, yeah.
That's like the bulletin board material of the week. Is like Rico Dowdle telling the Cowboys they need to buckle up.
So what do you think? Rico Dowdle, plus or minus 200 yards?
I'm gonna say Rico Dowdle has sub 30.
I would
Sub
definitely
30.
sub 100 for sure.
So like, if you want, I watched that game.
Those of you who watched Rico Dowdle go for 200 yards last week and like, Rico's my man. I can't believe I got him on my team.
That means you watched it digitally and you didn't actually watch the game.
You are in for some
like
problems.
you were watching the fantasy box score and you were not actually watching the game.
Yes,
because that Dolphins defense was, oh my god, awful.
Exactly, and Rico is not going to be your solution.
How many more weeks before he gets fired?
Who's that?
Head coach for the Dolphins.
Oh, Miami. Oh man, I'm surprised he still has his job. To be honest with you, and like when you listen to him talk when you listen to him talk in his post game interviews, it almost seems like he's surprised he still has his job because he just.
I should have seen that one coming.
Like
I'm
some of the
torn
stuff
because
that
I
guy
like
says.
him,
I like him
I
too.
like him.
I don't think he's a great head coach.
I don't know. I don't know.
You like his
feel
swag.
like
I think
I feel
that
like
there's.
he's kind of doing the best with what he's got. Like, he really hasn't had a lot to work with. Like Tua as your quarterback, I'm sorry. Like,
saw this thing with Tua. It was somebody asking him about disappointment or something like that, and he said his response was something like, "No, I don't worry about all that, because I get to go home every day, and my kids are always happy to see me."
and my dog loves me.
Yeah.
I mean, cool, but bro,
Right.
like, the world doesn't love you because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Tua turned the ball over.
Yeah.
No, but the Panthers' offense has been one of the biggest disappointments of the season.
Well, and the Panthers team.
And
Like, to be so bad, and then who'd they shut out 30-0?
Atlanta.
Atlanta. who's an up and coming team, and everyone's
You don't
looking
think
like,
the Panthers could win this?
No.
they absolutely can.
Based
because
on what he just said, yes, absolutely they can. And
I think that's what
based
I'm
on
saying
last
is
week in
everything
the
is so
NFL,
volatile.
Some of this stuff is really hard to predict. But I tried to boil it down to that battle because I think that's actually good. Like I was joking, really, but I do think that battle defines this game.
Which
like,
battle?
Rico Dowdle versus the Cowboys defense.
Okay.
Like if Rico Dowdle, if the Panthers come out and they're able to run the football, then I think they win this game. The Cowboys are like, this is a game like that they could easily lose.
And that's where I'm at.
This
I'm
Panthers defense is opportunistic, and if the Cowboys let them stick around by allowing them to have like chunk drives over and over and over again because they're allowing them to run the football, then I think they're going to be in trouble.
I'm picking the Cowboys,
I am
but
too,
I'm nervous
because
about
I don't think the Panthers are going to be able to run the football. Like,
but what about Javonte Williams? How you feeling about Javonte? And like I say, he has really come off the injury. Like last year, he came off the injury, but he was just not quite right.
So he
needed one more year, and this year he looks great.
He looks great. However, so one of my favorite sequences of last weekend was the Jets were still in the game against the Cowboys, and they're driving. They're like, I'm pretty sure they're still only down 1 score, and they're driving. And Breece Hall was looking really good in the first half,
For sure.
and then Breece Hall fumbles. Like he has a long catch and run and fumbles at the end of it, and the Cowboys take the ball, march down the field, score a touchdown, give the ball back to the Jets with like 2.5, 3 minutes somewhere around there left. The Jets dirtle around and kick the ball back to the Cowboys with a minute left.
Okay.
The Cowboys had the ball about the 40-yard line, and 40-45, and it looked like they were lining up for another like 65-yard Brandon Aubrey field goal because they just hand the ball off inside to Javonte Williams, and he busts loose for a 50-yard run. But oh my God, was he slow? Oh my God, that should have been a touchdown. Like,
So you're saying he's got one of those. He's got kind of the burst. He's got some juice, but he doesn't have the speed.
So what I would say is
he tops out fast.
Right.
And I feel like there was a couple people that did that.
He looks like he's got lateral strength.
It's like go to the trailer, dude.
He's
Start
got
running.
Strength in his knees to be able to jump cut and hit you. And he's a sturdy running back. He's 220 plus pounds.
Right.
He is much more of a bruiser than the Cam Scadaboo is.
Right.
Like if you wanted a running back with a bruising body, I would pick Javonte Williams over Cam Scadaboo.
For sure.
And he's been dishing it out this
Dude,
year.
he's
and
looked
and it's
good.
fun to watch.
It's funny because I was so on him 2 years ago.
Me
and
too.
I was just like,
I
I love this
Dynasty.
guy.
I was like, after his injury is over, I'm going to be the smartest guy in the world. And it was like I just didn't hold on long enough.
Yep.
Yeah. So
it's
like
in
really
one of my
happy
dynasty
for
leagues,
him.
I spent dynasty. It's like a really deep keeper. My last keeper was him as a 3rd round pick, and it's a running back heavy league, and so I justified it that way. But I mean, at the beginning of the season, Javonte Williams is a 3rd round pick. You're like, what are you doing? And now I'm like, oh my God, I'm so smart. I am so smart.
You did keep him?
I did.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah,
Woo.
I kept him.
Yeah, that was.
I got some shit over keeping him there too.
Yeah, but not now.
I just like, I think it's like, and it's a really running back heavy league. Like it's
and here's
half
the thing,
a point per carry.
Is
dude.
and here's the
Did you hear
real
me?
huh?
Half a point per carry.
Oh my God.
Yes.
And
So it is
Miles
very
Sanders
running
is
back
hurt.
heavy. So you have to have 3 starting running backs to be competitive in that league.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, then I would be much happier about my running back situation if I was in that league.
When you got Javonte, you're like, woo!
Well,
Well,
I mean,
#3, baby.
The guys that I'm going to have to start, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
like
but
I'm
you got
because I'm going to
Javonte's
start
your
Michael Carter in Top Gun, and Michael Carter is going to get 15 plus carries. So in that league, it'd be great.
Is that going to be 20 yards or 60 yards?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'm just hoping he falls into the end zone.
Yeah.
And if he catches another 5 passes like he did last week,
amen.
if he can keep doing that, we're okay. We're okay. We'll be okay. Like, don't worry. Drake London's going to get you.
Eventually.
My receivers are still stacked, so I feel like it's going to come together.
So did we all take Dallas there?
We did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was uncomfortable about it.
I'm actually pretty comfortable about that one. I feel good about that one. But, and I hate Dallas.
The Ryan Flournoy breakout from last game. I don't know if you didn't see it.
No, who's that?
Oh, you didn't see it? Oh, no. In that game against the Jets, he had, I believe it was 7 grabs for like 120 yards, somewhere in that range on 9 targets. And he looked awesome.
And this is who? The number 2 for Dallas?
He would be the number 5.
Okay.
If everybody was healthy, like you're talking about, so it would be Lamb, Pickens, Turpin.
So is he
Tolbert.
somebody that's might be somebody you can steal for a week or 2 and then get rid of, or what are you talking about?
Not in redraft. So I'm not really So CD is going to miss this week. If you need to start somebody, you don't know who you're going to play at receiver, you're just picking a guy and hoping it works. He's a good bet. His breakout last week, he's never had 5 targets in a game. And then last week he had 9. And he looked awesome. And he did. And he did do well. It was so interesting because it reminded me of Miles Austin from back in the day. If you remember, Miles Austin was a guy that the Cowboys had on their practice squad during the time that they had Terrell Owens, and then T.O. got hurt, and Miles Austin broke out and became a star, and that was why the Cowboys moved on from Terrell Owens.
I do vaguely remember that. Yeah.
And that's what it kind of reminds me of. Is who the hell is this guy? I know he's been on the roster, but who is that?
So what's your prediction for this guy?
I don't know. So what are you telling
everybody? Just pay attention.
This week right now, you can start him.
Really?
Yes. If you were gonna
in a 10-team league or 12-team
12.
league. Wow.
I'm talking about 12.
12 team is your flex.
In our league, there are definitely teams in our league right now.
In our league is 3 wide receivers and a flex.
Yes. In our league, there are definitely a couple of teams that could start him over what they're going to do. Because I think that they're gonna run that back, based on how well he played, and then like I said, it reminded me of Miles Austin, and then it was super awesome afterwards. He brought up Miles Austin when someone was talking about him because he said he wears number 19 because he wants to play like Miles Austin and like Amari Cooper, and he looked very much like both of those guys on Sunday. It was impressive.
So what are you doing personally? Are you snatching them up?
In every Dynasty League. Absolutely every Dynasty League I snatch them up.
And redrafts, are you just have them on your radar, or are you picking them up and putting them on your bench?
In redrafts, I crushed all my drafts. So my worst 4th receiver in any of my redraft leagues is Ricky Pearsall. So no.
Humble brag. Humble brag.
Hey. When
not so humble, sorry.
No, not so humble. Because I knew Ibuka was going to kill it. So,
no.
I went into the season with Ibuka as my number 4.
And if that's what you're doing, then, you can take a victory lap. Ibuka looks... Sorry, what was his name again?
Big Boo?
Yeah, there you go.
Amika Big Boo?
You can take a victory lap on that guy.
I will,
good job.
Because I know how to say his name. And I've known who he is for longer than 5 days.
All right. So what's our next game?
Next game is Arizona versus the Cardinals. Let me refresh my page.
Arizona is the Cardinals.
Yeah.
But they are also
Arizona versus the Colts.
But that was well said because Arizona
They
is
do
often
fight each other every week.
Arizona is often versus the Cardinals.
Arizona at the Colts.
Hey, they fight themselves all the
Sorry.
time, man.
So-
Arizona's plus 7, 47.5 is the over under, plus 270 is the money line for the Cardinals, minus 340 for the Colts.
I kind of feel like
Yeah.
Kyler Murray has some deal with ownership where like
Where like they're going to keep him playing?
No, if he helps them earn the number 1 overall pick next year, like
They'll set them up on an island somewhere.
with Call
Cardinals
of
are
Duty.
2 and 3.
Like,
Cardinals are 2 and
The next Call of Duty
3.
1 year early, brother.
yeah, just the next one though. Just the next one.
Cardinals are 2 and 3. There are a lot of teams out there doing worse or
Dude,
just
no,
as
there's
good.
not. There are not a lot of teams out there doing worse than what the Cardinals
Or
are putting
just
out
as
every
good.
week, bro. No, I'm sorry.
They're just as
And
good.
what he's saying is the 2 wins that the Cardinals got were
They did not deserve to be the Saints.
They were, yeah.
Absolutely,
ugh.
they did not deserve.
And
to be
who's the other
Saints.
team?
They've not really looked good this year. Honestly, I don't
Saints
know.
and
but
who?
Who else
like,
did they beat?
as somebody that has like
I don't know.
pieces
I'm
invested
asking
in
now.
Arizona, I'm just saying like Arizona is just like so
I actually, when you said they
disappointing.
have 2 wins, that surprised me because I know that they
Yeah,
beat New
no,
Orleans,
they-
but I'm not sure what the other victory is. Like I can.
It's somebody bad.
Oh no, they beat Carolina. They held
There you
on and
go.
beat Carolina.
Yeah.
They should have lost that game. They should have lost that game
Right.
too. Like this team could easily be the Jets of the NFC. Like,
and
they happen to have 2 wins. They don't deserve either.
and they are on the road against Indy, which is like my
They don't
second
have to beat
homer team
themselves
for
this
this
week.
year.
We're picking the Colts.
Yes.
Like the
There ain't no
Colts,
question
that
about
offense, like how many punts do they have for the year? Like you can count their punts for the year on your fingers.
yeah,
You don't need your toes.
on one hand.
Like that's
on
impressive.
one hand.
I
They
thought
have-
it might have got to 6, but really,
I
is
don't
it
think
still
so.
on 1?
Yes,
Dude.
they're awesome.
Yeah, they've been fucking great. Sorry, I've been saying F word all night, and I still. But no, they've been
But
great.
this guy has Jonathan Taylor in
Oh,
Top
dude,
Gun.
gets me excited.
You know what?
No,
Hold on,
no,
hold
not
on.
just in Top
Hey,
Gun.
you
Like
wanna-
I say,
hold
I'm
on.
in 6 leagues, and I've got Jonathan
You
Taylor
wanna get
in 3
here.
or 4. I'm not sure. Like,
You want to get real happy? We have an auction league, right?
yep.
He got
best way to play.
Jonathan Taylor for $31.
And felt good about it.
Only because
now-
AI told me not to bet more
And
on it.
so I wanted. I almost did. I was being like I was being strict on how I want.
Yeah, I remember you were saying that.
how I wanted to
But
spend my money, and I had a plan, and it's so but
it's very important that when you set a plan, you stick to it.
right.
But-
Because then you fuck up the whole theory.
But you have to have like options. Like my whole theory of fantasy
And
football
if you
is to
let
be
me
water,
finish,
man.
I would make this really funny.
we let
Sorry,
you finish
sorry,
plenty.
God,
We let you finish
started
plenty.
this one.
We let you finish
Ken
plenty.
never gets to talk, man. Ever.
I hate this show. But
Sorry, go ahead, Ken.
I spent 30 on Alvin Kamara. And so Taylor went off the board first. And like far before Kamara went.
right.
And so he went for 31 and I was so close to, I was like I wanted to and I didn't. And by the time Kamara came up on the board, I had enough money to go, no, this is my guy. I'm getting this guy.
Yeah.
And ended up spending, and like my plan was that he was going to cost me 25, and I ended up
Cost you 30.
and he cost me 30.
Yeah.
And so, like on draft night, it's like it looks like whatever, but 6 weeks later, like that's a huge difference.
Yep.
And I mean, thankfully I got a Buka, so
So my life is cool.
well, I mean, I honestly, so I went hard on Ibuka, and like I spent what on draft night seemed like a ridiculous amount of money to get him onto my roster.
How much did you spend?
19.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's a lot for a rookie.
More than he spent on Pickens.
Yeah,
more. It was $1 more than got spent on Marvin Harrison Jr.
Nobody cares.
Well,
about
that
Marvin
doesn't seem
Harrison
bad,
Jr.
but
Well, on draft night, absolutely.
well, draft night it did, but yeah. Now it's just like, well, genius.
I'm right. Yeah, exactly.
Who wants Marvin Harrison Jr.? That guy sucks.
I mean, I didn't bid for him, so.
All right, so we're all taking Indy.
But I went hard, and
Yes.
I named my team after him
What's your team name?
immediately. Like I didn't wait. I named my team after Emeka Egbuka. And so, for those who don't know,
I do remember. Yeah,
my team name is an ode to Sir Mix-a-Lot, and it is, "Oh my God,
Oh yeah.
Emeka, look at her Egbuka."
Yeah.
And actually, it's Booty. It's look at her Booty.
I need to come up with a good team name. I haven't really tried.
It's one of the favorite parts of the season for me. Honestly,
Really?
is like, because I never know who I'm going to draft. Like I have like this year was the most solid plan, like hard line plan that I've had for a draft going in, and it feels pretty good.
yeah.
You know, because like I'm still really happy with where my team is at.
Where is it at?
We're currently 3-2. I've lost both weeks where I didn't start Caleb Williams, but like we're 3-2 and have already had things happen. Like I've lost 2 starting running backs, and I've in the middle of the week had my kicker go down.
I think I'm 3-2 too. Am I?
And I lost.
So
last week was such a crazy week because everywhere you look, teams were making crazy comebacks and upsets were happening.
yes, you are.
I started Geno Smith.
Genius.
Because Caleb Williams was on bye last week. So while all that chaos was happening, and while and I'm a huge Cowboys fan, and this is all happening at 10 a.m., and while I'm watching this guy get paid off on his fucking bullshit ass fucking Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson stack, like after the Cowboys decided to put in their third string players.
I didn't get paid off till like 12:45.
Done.
You know what?
I'm over here watching my kicker have a season-ending injury, and Geno Smith throw 3 interceptions against he has 9 picks now on the year.
You did bet on Geno Smith. I mean, that's kind of on you.
Okay,
It's on you a little bit. It's on you a little bit.
It's on you a little bit. It's on you a little bit.
Geno
Smith, dude. Geno Smith just, I'm pretty sure, hold on. Someone, AI could correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that Geno Smith just set a record for completion percentage in the NFL last year.
Oh, last year. How's he done this year?
It was either last year or the year before.
No, and
Well, he's a Raider now. So it's more. It's not that I bet. So hold on. So let me fix you. It's not that I bet on Geno Smith.
Fix me, okay?
Okay.
I didn't bet on Geno. You
No,
don't gotta fix me.
Hold on. It's not that I bet on Geno. What's the actual problem? It's that I bet on the Raiders.
Take that, Raiders fans.
So Geno Smith has set or broken some completion passing records, especially at the franchise level. Here's a few. In 2022, with Seattle Seahawks, Smith completed 399 passes on 572 attempts, setting the Seahawks single-season record for completions. Also in that 2022 season, he had led NFL in completion percentage at 69.8%. He has also set franchise records that year to pass attempts 572 and passing yards 4,280.
And I'm pretty sure last year he hit a huge financial incentive by being above a certain completion percentage, and I'm pretty sure it was above 70.
I don't know about that part, but here's the thing: when he went in Seattle, they kind of tailored the system around his strengths, and now that he's gone to,
I disagree with that.
No,
I just want to say
in Seattle,
this is a very good example
of
your two yin and yang in this show, right? Because there's no doubt that this guy's got the stats in his head and the historical data, all that stuff. And you just continue to win. And you just continue to get high-scoring weeks.
It's modern trends that matter, not
and it's just
trends.
one of those things that's like so important for the audience to go, is my blind spot Ken or is my blind spot Brian? And
That's true.
use that
we
like
definitely have different strengths.
Yeah,
and so I
use
just
that to fill your cup from half full to all the way full.
yeah, and I had to call that out because I love like how, because you say shit that impresses the hell out of me all the time, but you just continue to fucking win, bro.
And I'm just like, well, no, it's just 2 + 2 = 4.
I wonder if you're taking him as your blind spot, and feeling
I
it.
read this thing that, like, according to scientists, like, luck isn't completely random,
No, I don't think it is.
and that there is
I'm a poker player. I don't believe in random.
Right, and and there is a certain amount of added value that you get from having a belief of how something is going to turn out, like having an expectation of how it, like having for instance, so to boil this down, someone who expects to win is going to win
more often,
and someone who expects to lose is going to lose
more often.
That is so.
And if that's a surprising thing to you, then you have been thinking the wrong way.
Right,
because
right.
100%, like that just seems 100% obvious to me. Like if you don't have that positive mindset, if you're not, and this is the wrong way to say it, but manifesting things in your head like this is the way things are going to go.
Exactly.
Like you have to be doing that from a point of fact, not opinion. But still, like you have to be like come at it like, yes, I'm going to do this. And if I fail, it's because I hit that 30% when I'm 70%. You have to be coming at it from confidence.
When
or else
you're
you are
looking,
not going to do well.
when you're staring down week 6 and you're playing against the team who's led the league in scoring the last 3 consecutive weeks, and they have Christian McCaffrey, and you go into your closet to find a jersey to wear, and notice that for some reason, somehow, someone got gum on your Christian McCaffrey jersey. You take that as a sign. The positive things that actually happened.
Christian McCaffrey is going to stomp you like old gum. That's what's going to. That's the.
That Christian McCaffrey is going to get washed away like old gum after his newest injury that happens this weekend in the middle of our
Iron
match.
Man, bro. He's going all.
He's been anything but an
happening.
Iron Man, that's for sure.
Depends on the season you're talking about.
Right, 50% of them.
What season are we in, baby? We're in the good season.
60% of the time, it works every time.
We're in the good one.
That's Christian McCaffrey right there. 60% of the time, it works every time.
Manifesting, bro. Manifesting.
I am, dude.
No, I am.
I don't even and I mean, there's like 40 jerseys in my closet. So for there have to have been gum.
That's true.
For there to have been gum, that
means you must have kids.
That's never happened. No, that's true. That's true.
I know it's true.
And I'm sure it was my 2-year-old. I'm sure it was. But
I can't prove
But
it.
why did he pick
he's still
Christian
alive.
McCaffrey?
That's what it boils down to is why did he pick Christian McCaffrey?
And what it really boils down to is having the belief that this thing means that you're going to win. No. But seriously, like believing that you're going to win is so much, has a lot to do with whether or not you're actually going to.
Right. And I like there's a whole lot of reasons for it, and I can go into it because I'm really into this, but it's so much it's not that you're like, oh, I hope so. It's that now you're willing to put in the effort to make it so. You know what I mean? Like it really makes a difference.
Luck is when
you make your own luck.
Luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
Yep.
Yeah, and I've heard that and I believe it. Next up is Seattle versus Jacksonville. I'm very interested in hearing what these two have to say about this.
Who's Ray picking?
-1.5. If you're betting on the Seahawks, over under is 47.5. -110 is the money line on the Seahawks. and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I don't like picking this game because I'm not in love with either one of these teams.
Well,
I feel like this is a coin flip. Like if you flipped a coin
everything I see
and you
says
told
it's a
me
coin flip.
and, if you flipped a coin and you told me that I based on that coin flip I was siding with one team, I'd be okay with it.
I see what you're saying for sure, but I'm with Ray on this one. I'm kind of
No, go ahead and flip the coin. What tell me what is it?
I'm picking Jacksonville this week.
I was gonna say I think Ray is the
Jacksonville is at
major
home.
Jacksonville bandwagon guy. I think I'm a minor Jacksonville bandwagon guy. I think I'm right behind him here. Maybe I'm just wishing it so. Maybe I'm manifesting it so.
You know what's and it's funny.
I think the Jacksonville Jaguars made a little turn this year. It feels like they've got more to work with, and I think they're going to do a little bit more. And I think this week they're going to prove it. But
I'm pretty sure that I picked Jacksonville.
you have a phone, man.
Actually, I don't. Do I? I do.
Somewhere.
It's somewhere here. But
how much should we give this guy?
But anyway, well, Jacksonville's at home, and I don't disagree with anything that you said. If you were telling me I had to choose between the package of Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, Brian Thomas Jr., and they're a little down this week because they're going to be missing Brenton Strange, and I'm happy that I told people about him a few weeks ago because he's been he's been
good.
Extremely serviceable.
Exactly. That's a great word.
If you were somebody who lost George Kittle and you happen to have heard me say Brenton Strange and you picked up Brenton Strange, you've been happy. Not as happy as you've been with with Tongus somehow. He's like the tight end 6 on the season or something
so
like
silly.
that. It's ridiculous. Anyway,
imagine if Kittle was still in there.
That was really awesome to see with Jacksonville in that win over Kansas City on Monday night. They looked fired up, and so I don't want to bet against them. I would rather pick Jacksonville in this game than pick Seattle. I would rather be rooting for Jacksonville to win this game than for Seattle to be winning this game. And despite the fact that there are pieces that I like on Seattle, including their head, I really like the head coach in Seattle. I do. I like McDonald.
Well, and so you're picking Seattle.
No, I'm gonna pick Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I like this. Like I said, this is a difficult one, and I just right now I feel like I want to ride the wave of Jacksonville. And
I think they're good for another couple games, Jacksonville.
And honestly, I kind of wanted
before we were are they really?
You wanted to make a bet here?
Well, not a bet. I just kind of wanted to go against you guys. I thought me and Ray were going to be on our own here, but it seems like everybody's on Jacksonville.
You for a few more games. I don't know who they play next week, but they're going to win these 50-50s. They're going to win these coin flips.
I picked Seattle to beat Tampa Bay at home last week, and they gave up 38 points to Tampa Bay offense that didn't have Bucky Irving or Mike Evans and had essentially half Chris Godwin, who looks like he's going the other way.
And they're on the road again.
And so
cross country.
So I feel like I'd be a fool to pick them over a team that is coming off one of its franchise's best wins.
and I think
certainly
people
of this era,
people discount the time zone change. Going from the West Coast to the East Coast or vice versa
this is a 1 Eastern game,
big
right?
thing.
This is a 1 Eastern game.
10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
And and that is the window. It's not the 4 p.m. window. It's playing in the 1 p.m. window and having your schedule adjusted that early.
Yep.
Because a lot of these guys aren't guys who get up at 7 in the morning. Most of them during the week their practice fucking starts at 11 a.m.
I think if I could sum up the Jacksonville Jaguars this season, is they just want it more. In every game they go into, they just
almost like they
want
it.
It's
interesting for you to say that because we focus on fantasy football a lot, right?
Yeah.
And fantasy football heads would tell you they don't feel like Brian Thomas is giving it his all and is completely.
Is that the head coach?
No, that's
he's their number one receiver.
Yeah.
He's the guy that like a lot of like.
Yeah,
he's
I complete space on that.
They're
Brian Thomas
dogging it on plays. He's like taking
he's
plays
short.
off.
He has short armed a couple of passes, and when I brought it up here when I saw it, I was like, it looks like he does not trust Trevor Lawrence to keep him safe.
That's the biggest. Yeah,
And that's one player.
And well, he's their best offensive player.
But it's one player. When I say they, I don't.
I agree with that.
Well,
I don't lump
I think
one
what,
player as a
that's true.
representative.
I mean, look at what the Giants did last night without Neighbors, and
Yeah.
Neighbors is obviously their best offensive player.
And I think part of what Ken's saying is that like look what they're doing now. Like they are 4-1, right? I mean, look at that.
So when you say that, that makes me want to go throw the kitchen sink at Brian Thomas
because
like,
now
I want,
if
like,
they
I
can
need
get
to
that
get him on my
connection
team.
going,
Yeah.
Like I want to do whatever I can
exactly
to get Brian Thomas
if
on
that
my
connection gets going, oh my
Yes.
God, this
And-
team is going to be
and-
amazing.
and
But they
if-
haven't gotten it going yet,
Right,
which
they-
is super frustrating.
Right, but the targets are still there. The targets are still there, and they're not going to Travis Hunter. If we figured out anything, I feel like in the first few weeks of the Jacksonville Jaguars, it's that Brian Thomas is still the number one wide receiver.
We're going to be this week's interesting. Like the narrative this week is that Travis Hunter is going to get a lot more action on the offensive side.
We'll see.
And so and that's what I'm saying is I want to see if the hype is where the team is at. So Jacksonville is very much a team in flux. You need to watch them and see where the value is going to be, because if you can get one of these guys cheap, whoo, baby, like they could be really like they could be a league winner at the end.
Yeah. I feel like Brian Thomas is one of those guys that like if somebody's offering you him
or
in a
if
trade,
that's not it, and you can get Travis on the other
I
side,
wouldn't.
like if you can get him super cheap.
I was
He
here.
is worth a
hold
dart throw,
on,
man.
I've been watching these games. I was here 5 weeks ago, telling people, wait, just wait on Travis Hunter,
and I
okay?
agree.
And I have not. We're 5 weeks. We're going into week 6. I have not seen
Last week?
anything.
You didn't see anything last week?
Not in terms of what they're trying to do, play in, play out. I have still not seen anything that would make me want to like buy in
Right.
to Travis Hunter. Like he's he probably shouldn't even be rostered right now in
He's
most
borderline.
leagues.
He's somebody that should be on your bench.
Like to me,
that you
he's-
should be watching.
To me, he's one like if you
And
have.
I think this year
if
might
you
be-
have
or
Tra-
this
like if
week.
you have Travis Hunter on your roster, like you might as well have like Xavier Legette.
No,
you might-
that is not the
In
same
terms
category.
of yes, it is, and what in
No.
terms of what they're getting, yes,
I'm
it
sorry,
is.
Leggett is
In
trash.
terms of no, that's not true.
Leggett
that's
is
not true.
trash in comparison
That's
to
not
Travis
true. That's
Hunter.
mean.
Or Travis, dude,
That's
absolute trash.
That he is
mean.
Leggett is
that kid is. Don't say that. Don't say that about that kid. That kid is not trash. That is messed up, dude.
okay. You don't want him on any of your fantasy teams, but other than that, he's cool.
Next up, the Chargers versus the Dolphins.
Wow, that
Chargers
was
minus 4.5. Over under is 43.5. Minus 218 if you're betting on the Chargers, the money line. Plus 180 if you're betting on the Dolphins.
Yeah, I don't see how you can possibly bet on the Dolphins
Hey,
right now.
how do
They look
I
so bad?
How do I get you to start Vidal against me this week?
I feel like I'm picking the Chargers.
No, actually, no. I tell you what. I honestly, I would rather you start Warren.
How much you giving me, man?
Actually, I would honestly like. I saw that you swapped Warren, and I would rather you start Warren against the Browns.
Versus Vidal?
Yeah, absolutely,
Right on.
absolutely. Based on how Rico Dowell just put 200 yards on the Dolphins. Yeah, leave Vidal on your bench. Go ahead.
Right on. Right on.
I want to say that I'm starting the Chargers, but for whatever reason, I feel uncomfortable about it. I think they lost last week, right? And I kind of feel like the way they've lost the last
This
two
is 2 in
times
a
they
row.
lost.
This is 2 in a row. And
Yeah.
So
they've
were
lost
up.
spectacularly.
They were up.
Yeah,
on,
you're right.
They were up on the Commanders. Like, so that was a game that I really like. I didn't get a chance to rewatch. I was watching it as it happened, and I was paying more attention to other places, but just every time I looked up and saw the Commanders driving again, I couldn't believe it. And I still don't get how people aren't figuring out this fucking dink and dunk offense. It just blows
the
my
Washington
mind.
dink and dunk offense.
Yeah, and so it worries me for the Chargers. And the way that they looked against the Commanders makes this a really difficult game to pick because, like, if you,
so it wasn't just me.
Because if you'd picked this last week, if you'd said, "Hey, we're not going to be able to get together next week. Let's pick these games." Oh, cool. Chargers over the Dolphins, no problem. Right. And I
hear all your concerns. I'm still taking the Chargers here.
I'm still taking the Chargers, but I feel like they're on the edge of a cliff.
Me too. I'm with him. I'm with him.
I feel like they could be.
They're starting Kamani Vidal.
If they lose, I'm going to be like they fell off the cliff.
They have
and here's the other thing is like in the last couple of weeks is the steam has come off a little bit also of Quentin Johnston and Keenan Allen. You look at Keenan Allen's numbers for the last 2 weeks. It's like that's what you expected him to do.
Well, no, they've started taking him seriously as a receiver. I mean, he was treated as the number 3 coming in, and they were like, cool.
So, Lad McConkey owners, we about to be in business. I really think we about to be in business. Like they're not going to be able.
And by in business, you mean serviceable. Like you can you can use McConkey. Like
there's no way.
This year.
Well, okay,
but now he's getting to the point where you can use him.
Okay,
that's what you're saying.
He does. So there's no way that you've sat him up to this point, and you've just kind of been holding and hoping that you don't have to try and trade him into something else to buy high or sell high on the name, And what has happened over the last couple of weeks makes me think that if you've been steady and you've held on to McConkey, that you're going to get paid off. That's what I'm saying. Is he's a guy that going into the year, people had really high hopes on, myself included.
Mm-hmm.
And what's happened so far in the first few games has been kind of perplexing based on how the offense ran last year through him. Now, I wasn't utterly surprised because Keenan Allen and Herbert have history.
Exactly.
And Keenan Allen's a great player. But he is 33. The season is really long. And so I think that this is going to be the time where we really get the Lad McConkey
Well, and because Keenan Allen is going to be getting different coverage. He's not getting third string coverage
so
like he used to be getting.
I have not seen I have not seen teams shift coverage towards Keenan Allen. So I don't think that's necessarily it. I think it's just that you just can't target him 13 times a game.
I hope you're right, because that means I have a few more weeks of Keenan Allen.
I don't think you do.
No, and I'm definitely sitting at this point.
And that's what I'm saying right now is that I think that we're coming into Lad McConkey season, and you should have sold Keenan Allen 2 weeks ago.
So really, honestly, we've been dancing around the question. The question around this game is Vidal or Hassan?
Vidal.
And
I don't think that's a question.
I think it is a question because I think there's a really good chance that Hassan gets more carries and is the main back. But
he's a
if
bruiser.
You are betting, or if you're betting as a fantasy football player, you have to be betting on Vidal because we know who Hassan is.
Yep.
We know what his ceiling is. He can only go so far. Whereas Vidal, we have no idea.
Well,
so
actually,
that's who you should be making your bet on.
Vidal, for people who don't know, he was a Bill Krosky
Bill.
He was a Bill Krosky buzz name heading into the season last year. He's been on the Chargers draft I'm not sure if they even drafted him or if he like just.
They did.
I can't. Well, no. I know he's only been with the Chargers, but I'm not sure if they even drafted him. I think they might have signed him after the draft. Because
Fairly certain he got drafted.
He
but
might
I'm
have.
not
If he
positive.
did, it was. If
know
he did,
you know the draft better than I do. So I'll
if he
defer to you.
did, it was either the 6th or 7th round that he got drafted in.
It was definitely late. It was definitely third day.
Late third day. He was late third day if he got drafted at all. He buzzed in training camp last year, and people thought that he might be able to make the team and do something and be like a future fantasy asset for dynasty teams. Then the Chargers got Amari in Hampton. And then
Things changed.
And then they signed Najee Harris, and everybody forgot about who he is.
Right.
This is a talented football player. He's somebody that like, and Jim Harbaugh likes to run the football. Hassan Haskins is a Brandon Jacobs goal line type running back. He is not going to be in on passing plays.
Blocker, occasionally get the ball kind of guy.
He's a bruiser.
Yeah.
He's the guy that you come in, you bring him in so that he can soften up the defense for you. So it would blow me away if Haskins had more than 8 carries. Absolutely blow my mind.
Right.
If he had more than 8 carries. This is a just like last week we saw where everybody bet on DeMercado, and it was really Michael Carter that came in and had the skill set required to be an every down back ish. Haskins doesn't have the skill set. He's the next man up, and it looks obvious that he should be the guy, but it's really Vidal who's going to jump in and have all of the potential value. And like Rico Dowdle just went for 200 yards on this Dolphins offense. So this is just like this is the scariest start you could possibly make. But I'm playing against him this week. You should start Vidal.
Right. No,
this guy has McCaffrey. He's got Jonathan Taylor, and he's gonna try and start. And right now he's like trying to psych me out, maybe that he's gonna start Jaylen Warren. But he should absolutely
Jaylen Warren or Vidal.
He should absolutely start
Those
Vidal.
are the two questions.
Like to me, I wouldn't like. Jaylen Warren is the guy that you plug in. Like so, if you need 12 points, Jaylen Warren's your guy.
Right.
But if you want a running back to like
that might do something,
yeah.
No, I got you.
Vidal is the start for sure.
And I do agree with that quite a bit. Yeah.
I think he's the guy that you should be getting, not Haskins at all. I would absolutely not waste a waiver transaction on Haskins or burn fab on Haskins.
Well, and I wanted to bring that up because I think most people are. I think most people are taking Haskins over Vidal.
I would.
And just the 6 leagues I'm in, I got Vidal everywhere.
Yeah, smart.
And everybody was taking Haskins above him. So
yeah, because
I see it the same way, and we'll see if we're right.
And if you play with people who play Dynasty, that would not be the case. Like any people who play Dynasty know who Vidal is.
No, those are some leagues, but
they were excited about him last year.
All right,
I was one of them.
All right. The funny thing is we had so much time, and now we're
going to take the Chargers. We're all taking the Chargers.
But yeah,
I'm feeling good. I'm not feeling rushed. We are all taking the Chargers, it sounds like.
I was going to say, I do have to get up early, so we do have to, 10 o'clock is a bit of a hard time, so.
Okay, that's fine. Next up is Patriots at New Orleans. Last week was very much one of those, weeks where, I was leaning, they haven't won, prove me you can win. They've been winning, prove me to me you can lose. And that really did backfire on me big time last week. So, that being said, New England at New Orleans Saints, -3.5 if you're betting on the Patriots. Over-under is 45.5. -190.98 is the money line on the Patriots, and +164 for the Saints. I am still picking Pats.
This is the week right here. You're going to pick the Pats too, right?
Yes, I'm definitely taking the Pats.
This is the week right here where people find out that Spencer Rattler is a starting quarterback in the NFL, and he is going to win this game.
Yay, Saints! You just checked Brian out. He bounced on that take.
He knew I was going to be wanting to talk about Spencer Rattler,
and he said, I don't need to be here for that.
Because that's my dude. I can't wait until that guy is holding a Lombardi trophy, and then he can come back and
It won't be with the Saints.
It might be.
No, it won't.
It might be.
It won't be with the Saints.
I would honestly. I tell you what. I would love for that to happen because of the combination that they have between quarterback and coach, with Kellen Moore as the coach, who was a quarterback that nobody believed in. And so for anybody who doesn't know, before Dak Prescott took over the Cowboys in 2016 and went on the run that ended Tony Romo's career, the guy who was actually supposed to play that season was Kellen Moore. Tony got hurt, and then immediately the next week, Kellen Moore broke his ankle in practice. Dislocated his ankle in practice. And then Dak Prescott was forced to step up and play. But he was that journeyman backup quarterback. So, for him to lead a franchise with a starting quarterback that has kind of been, passed over by a bunch of people, I think would be a great story. Kind of reminiscent of Drew Brees and Sean Payton. Because Sean Payton was that Kellen Moore quarterback who never really made it to the NFL, didn't make it onto the scene to actually play. But if I remember correctly, he went to the same school that Tony Romo went to, and Tony Romo broke all of his records.
Okay.
They were all Sean Payton passing records, and Tony Romo broke them. So it would it would be like a similar story to Breeze and Peyton coming together in New Orleans 20 years ago to Moore
and the Saints drafted Rattler, right?
In the 4th round.
They drafted him.
Which is exactly where Dak got drafted, by the way.
So quarterbacks that were drafted by a football team and won a Super Bowl with the team they were drafted with are Terry Bradshaw, Roger Staubach, Joe Montana. That now we're getting to our era, right? I feel like Jim Plunkett, Troy Aikman, Ben Roethlisberger.
Hold on, real quick. The Troy Aikman on Troy Aikman.
Mm-hmm.
People have been killing Rattler because he started his career 0-10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And quarterbacks always get saddled with the win-loss record of the team.
Okay.
Troy Aikman started 0-11.
Okay.
And he won 3 Super Bowls.
So you found one correlation. Ben Roethlisberger, Eli Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, John Elway, and Russell Wilson.
Those are quarterbacks that have been to a Super Bowl with the team that drafted them because Joe Burrow didn't win.
Oh, that's true.
We're still talking about Rattler.
Oh, great.
Sucker. Got you coming back.
Thought I got rid of that, but all right.
Yeah, you tried.
And I was just trying to shed some color into this Rattler thing.
So I was telling this guy on the way over that so from let's say this is more long term. So from a dynasty perspective, if you are excited about what you're seeing from Jackson Dart, you should be equally or more excited by what you're seeing from Spencer Rattler.
I can see how you can make a case for that. I can see how I can make a case against that as well. But no, I get that. I'm not trying to talk against Rattler right now.
Jackson
Rattler
Dart. Jackson Dart in 6 quarters.
Cool.
He's
been fun to watch.
Jackson Dart in 6 quarters has more turnovers this season than Spencer Rattler in 5 starts.
No, for sure. And Jackson Dart is one of those guys you can't really measure in stats. You have to kind of watch the game and the game flow and how things are going to really understand what's happening. And he's getting some of those 1-yard first downs running and whatnot.
Rattler's doing that too. He's just not getting the narrative.
I'm trying to give you the credit. Rattler is way better than what people think. And say, on the car ride over, when I said that, I really think that Rattler is either like a top 10 to 25 quarterback, or he's a top 5 backup. Like, he is way better than expected and really good.
And see, and to
And
me,
and
so
you
like
just like reject that, like, oh, that's awful.
that's
But
not enough. Because
I hear you,
because,
but-
and to me that's not enough because like oh my god, I've watched so much football. When I look at guys that have huge deals in the NFL, there are so many of them that I would not take to run my team over Spencer Rattler.
And if you can get Rattler at that price, now that's a whole different story. Like,
And
you are getting him at practically league minimum.
And based on what I'm seeing, the maturation
That's awesome.
of this offense as this season is progressing, I don't think you're going to be able to for very much longer.
I agree.
Like they're getting healthy. They're expanding their playbook. Like I'm excited about this team. I really like this team.
I agree with everything you said. Who'd you pick?
Kendre Miller.
Who'd you pick?
I picked the
I'll take
Patriots.
Saints. I'm taking Saints.
I'll be more of a believer.
No, that
If
was
the
off
Saints
Patriots.
win,
I thought that
I'll
was
be more of a
obvious when I-
believer. But right now, I'm picking the Saints.
when I made
Patriots are gonna win
I
this
made
one.
sure that you guys
Or
were picking
Patriots,
the
yeah, I'm
Patriots
picking the
so that I
Patriots.
could talk about the Saints because they're going to win the game.
Yeah. Next up is Pittsburgh versus Cleveland Browns.
Can I say one thing real quick though?
Quickly, we gotta go,
The Patriots are back.
dude. That's what I'm saying. Like,
They are.
I
They
get
are.
everything you say about
and
the
that's
Saints,
why
but
Rattler's going to look so good winning this weekend.
all right,
This
all
is
right.
the week. That's why I said that. This is the week where people figure it out.
And I will give you 10 minutes to gloat about it next week if
all
you're
right,
right.
sweet.
But I'm gonna rub it in for 2 minutes if you're wrong.
Browns are plus 5.5. Over under is 37.5. Low scoring game. Money lines at plus 220 if you're betting on the Browns. Minus 270 if you're betting on the Steelers.
As a guy who's playing the Steelers defense this weekend, I am going to confidently say that Dylan Gabriel is about to get messed up.
I'm picking I'm picking Pittsburgh. I'm picking Pittsburgh.
And here's what I say: is you can't say anything confidently about Dylan Gabriel.
No.
You just can't say anything.
No,
confident.
and like
you like
so,
it could go
Here's
anywhere.
what I'll
You
say.
just don't
I will
know.
say this confidently. He looked much more decisive and athletic than Joe Flacco.
Pittsburgh.
He definitely looked more competent than Joe Flacco, and Joe Flacco got traded right afterwards to Cincinnati, and it was like,
Right.
sweet,
Yeah.
yes. Another divisional rival is starting Joe Flacco. I will take it.
And leaving baby rookies to start another franchise in my division. Yeah. So,
All right.
so I'm starting to
Give me
see.
the Steelers.
You know what? I'm starting to see how Tomlin put together all those 9 and 8 seasons.
Just pick the right division.
Yeah, exactly. I don't listen, guys. Listen. We don't need to be special. Everyone else will fall apart.
We don't need to be the fastest.
Yes.
We just got to outrun our
Yes.
division.
Yeah.
And
As long
it
as
has
they
been
get
that
eaten by the
way.
lion, we win.
Yeah, it's the turtle versus the hare.
Who's in that
That's-
division, right? Browns, Pittsburgh, Ravens, and who's the fourth one?
Bengals.
Bengals. Yeah, I mean,
They're in the easiest division
Well,
in football.
that
It was
honestly.
the hardest division in football 6 weeks ago, and now it's the easiest.
Well, look.
After
Browns.
No, the NFL.
Browns.
It's just how it goes.
Browns. Have they ever won a Super Bowl?
Nope.
Cincinnati. Have they
Nope.
ever won a Super Bowl? You 50-50 every time. 50-50
I
every
love the
time.
way you look at things, man. I think I go take a step out and like look at things long
every
view.
time.
Like Ray, just like no. I'm taking 3 steps out, and you're stupid.
Yeah, Ray is like Confucius say you never.
Slowly marching to
All right. Let's
pick'em
rush through
victory
the rest of these
with
games
my
here.
theories. So next game up is Tennessee versus the Raiders. Tennessee's plus 4.5. Over under is 41.5. Plus 180 if you're betting on the Titans. Minus 118 if you're betting on the Raiders. Who did the Raiders beat? I forget. Huh?
The Raiders won at week 1 against the Patriots.
When things were just getting started, and yeah.
Yeah, and that was
Patriots have gotten better and better, and Raiders have gotten worse and worse.
So the thing that I don't
Yeah.
understand is since week 1, Where did that offense go?
Which offense?
The Raiders offense,
Yeah.
the one that was attacking downfield. What happened?
These are both 1-4 teams. These are both 1-4 teams. This is garbage bowl.
Yep.
And
This is like for the number 1 pick right here.
And you know what? I'm going with Tennessee.
Oh, nice.
The crowd's going Raiders. I'm going Tennessee.
You know what?
And I'll take the Raiders at
They
home,
already
but-
have their quarterback, so they don't need the number 1 pick.
Yeah,
The Raiders need Eli or the new Manning, whatever.
for
his
sure.
name is.
Not Arch.
Arch, man.
they do not want Arch.
So
Arch
you're
looks
going
horrible.
Titans or Raiders? Ken?
Who's at home?
He's like, you're making
Who's
me
at
pick
home?
this game?
This is
At
Raiders.
At Raiders.
I'm gonna pick the Raiders.
Oh, Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf.
Yeah.
You
Titans.
know what? I'm gonna pick them for Pete Carroll.
You know what? I'm +4 in the Pick'em League right now. I
just
can
believe
afford
in
to
Pete
lose.
Carroll.
Let me get half of whatever that is.
If I win, I'll be +5. I'll take it. I will Lone Wolf the Titans versus the Raiders. Let's just move on to the Bengals
Yeah,
and the
that's a good
Packers.
idea.
Bengals at Packers
Where'd my shot
+14.5 when it comes to Bengals. +14.5 when it comes to Bengals.
Yes.
44.5 is the over/under. +675 if you're betting on the Bengals. -1050 if you're betting on the Packers. The Bengals is a garbage
means,
franchise.
do you
Wait,
want
let me
something to
bring
chase
that
it
in
with?
perspective. In order to bet on the Packers to win the game, you have to put up $1,050
To make money.
to make $100.
Yeah. 10 to 1.
I don't care how much you like the Packers. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness.
That's, yeah, that you are
Don't do that.
doing stuff like that is how you end up like running away from bookies on Monday.
And for the rest of your life. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, give me Green Bay here. Like
Green
oh
Bay,
my
I'm
God.
going
Like they're
Green Bay.
14.5-point favorites for a reason. So
It's just not worth. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it.
no, you can't bet against that.
Thank you, sir.
What's
Salute.
next?
Salute.
Yeah, we're all taking the Packers there, right?
Salute. Yeah, how could you not? Yeah.
I don't know. The Joe Flacco against. I mean, Joe Flacco beat the Packers once already. And he didn't have
Joe
Jamar
Flacco.
Chase.
Joe Flacco. All right.
He beat him without Jamar Chase. You're really going to bet against him with Jamar Chase? Put it that way.
All right, now
No. Seriously, though, that Bengals offensive line is.
trash.
Oh, God. Trash is being rude to trash.
Yeah.
Like, they are. That
Like
offensive
Joe
line.
Burrow does not want to come back this year.
That offensive. Yeah. It's like putting
He's
a.
like, no. I'll come back next year, guys.
That offensive line is a black hole.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
Sounds right.
They will suck everything down.
So next up, we got San Francisco at Tampa Bay.
Game of the week.
San Francisco +3.5. Over/under is 47.5. +154 for the 49ers is the money line. -185 if you're betting on the Bucks. I'm betting on the Bucks.
I'm betting on the Bucks too.
I'm betting
and
on
it
the
feels
Bucks.
bad. And my girl's not gonna like to hear it. And it's her
Yeah.
birthday tomorrow. I love you, baby. I'm sorry.
But the Bucks are at home.
Bucks are, and they should have lost
They're-
last
they're-
week.
They're looking decent.
And the 49ers are the Walking
Niners are absolutely
The
the Walking
only
Dead. Like,
only reason the 49ers won was because they were playing against the Rams. And it was a rival game.
so
They know-
weird.
yeah.
That's the only reason they won.
That
They're not
rivalry is
going
so
to
strange.
care to win as much against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
They're not going to care as
Well,
too
and
much
they
to
just
win.
don't have as much information.
Right.
Like another thing is that Sean McVay is a Kyle Shanahan disciple. Like they it's like trying to trick your master. Sean McVay.
Yeah, the mentors always find a way to find
Yeah.
faults in the people they've taught, right?
Snatch the pebble
They
from
know.
my
They
hand.
know them all.
They
because-
know.
They know them all.
They know
because
all the faults.
They've depended on you. They've imparted their wisdom on you and watched the things that you took and the things that you missed. So
And what you're good at and what you're not.
Exactly.
So
And based on that
overall,
information,
the
yes.
thing is, and this is true in anything. Overall, the apprentice may surpass the master overall,
But head to head, they're always at a
but the master always knows how to beat the
Yes,
apprentice,
always
and that's why Obi-Wan always beat Anakin.
high ground.
always high ground. Even in the Obi-Wan series,
high
when he
ground,
beats him in the
don't try it.
Obi-Wan series, like they just know how to fucking beat
yeah,
him. They
and
know how to
so,
beat the student.
I honestly though, this is like styles make fights. This is one of those things where the Buccaneers just match up well against the 49ers. Like what they're trying, the Buccaneers stop the run really well, and they protect the first 5 yards of the, from the line of scrimmage extremely well. So if you're trying to do things like at the line of scrimmage, good luck. And that's the entire 49ers offense. They don't run deep patterns. They don't.
No, that's they can't. They don't have an offensive line, but yeah,
that's never been their game. Like
That's not what they
the
do.
big 49er plays are like deep ends that are like 18 to 20 yards.
Kittle,
They're
here you go,
they're
yeah.
not. It's the Shanahan offense isn't the hey we got you offense and beat you deep all the time. They
that's
kinda,
more the Tampa Bay offense.
they
honestly,
pick
yeah.
your weaknesses and they grind you into a pulp. That is what the Shanahan offense does. It's about running the football. It's about controlling the line of scrimmage, and they're not going to be able to do that against the Buccaneers.
So we're all taking Tampa Bay.
I think
then?
so. And
Yeah, I'm taking Tampa Bay.
and-
All right,
yeah.
that's everybody then.
I love the Bucks, dude. I just do.
So next
yeah,
up
it's
is
definitely your
the
team.
game I'm the most curious about.
Yeah, this is a fun one.
Detroit at
Yeah.
KC Chiefs.
And
Plus 2.5 if you're betting on Detroit. Over under is 52.5 plus 110 if you're betting on the Lions. Minus 130 if you're betting on KC. I just don't see it in KC anymore. I'm going Lions.
I don't see it in KC in anybody but Mahomes anymore.
Agreed.
Is the problem?
Yeah,
Is like
I can
is
walk
like, I don't
with that,
see the
yeah.
dog in Kelsey anymore unless he's yelling at Andy Reid on the sideline.
And I'm hearing that Taylor
you
Swift's
see-
album is not doing good.
No, I've heard. Well, she gets trashed all the time.
I was
She-
going to say,
that
did
poor-
amazing to start. But I don't know
Honestly,
how
that
it's done
poor
since
girl gets
then,
trashed all the time. She's
I don't know.
She's a talented individual,
God.
and
She's
like,
not my genre.
The
but
way that
yeah,
the way
I
that
get
our
she's
society
talented.
works, we build you up to tear you down, and
fair.
I kind of feel that about her. She seems
I
like
agree.
she seems like a really nice person.
And probably very
Don't-
talented, just not in the genre that
And
we
her
enjoy.
her music her music's catchy, and I like to so I've heard a lot of it because I like to tease my 8-year-old, and like
Okay.
he goes, let's listen to some music. Oh yeah, I'll put on your favorite music for you. and I put on Taylor Swift, and he gets really pissed off.
What
and
an effed up dad.
and it's
In the best way.
thank you.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
So anyway, yeah. So in Mahomes, like I believe in Mahomes, and that is a dangerous man. And if he has the ball, and he's within one score, and there's time on the clock, you should still be scared. But the rest of that team just doesn't scare you anymore.
No, I agree.
And like Worthy is, I think he's downgraded to doubtful for this game. I have him in a
Hold on,
couple. I have
hold
him in a
on.
couple of dynasty spots. So like,
That's the opposite of what I heard, so I just want to check that out. For
like
everybody.
if he's starting, I'm happy.
yeah,
but-
I thought he was.
But I've seen doubtful, and I worry about that.
Well, yeah, if he's doubtful, I would worry too.
Tyquan Thornton has been the bright spot on their offense for fantasy.
Sad.
Other than, did you know? Look this up right now.
Wait,
Go-
who was I looking up
hold on.
before? Who was looking up somebody? I was just looking up something.
Worthy.
Oh, yeah.
The win probability for KC is
Let me ask you-
54%.
Let me ask
right
you a
now.
question right now.
Which is crazy.
You think so?
Rank Patrick Mahomes in fantasy football.
Oh,
Right now.
fantasy football?
In this season?
Rank
Like-
him for this season right
For
now.
quarterbacks.
Yes.
11?
Like 6 or 7.
2. Patrick Mahomes is fantasy quarterback number 2. right now. And
I was thinking rest of the year.
In 6 point per passing touchdowns. He's number 2.
So okay.
Just
to be clear,
just
because
saying,
I'm not sure I understand this.
We talk about fantasy football
You're
a lot.
saying that Patrick Mahomes has scored the second most points
yes
this year
in fantasy? Wow.
Behind Josh Allen. Only Josh Allen.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And it's funny because, like, if you go back to, like, let's say we're heading into the 2023 draft. Patrick Mahomes is like a second-round pick, a third-round pick. Yeah. You know? Like, you're picking him, you're choosing between Allen and Mahomes, you know? And you fast forward 2 years to the 25 draft, and it's like, yeah, I'll get Mahomes in, like, round 9.
7, yeah, whatever, 7 to 9, yeah, you're right.
Later,
yeah.
like you're like he's getting drafted behind Bo Nix. Bo Nix went higher in redraft this
same
year.
Category, same.
But
same
that's
tier,
not what
but
happened. Yeah. Bo Nix went like a round and a half to 2 rounds ahead of Patrick Mahomes this year. Because
crazy, yeah.
Because that's where we've gotten with their offense. Well, the 2023 season and the 2024 season both happened, and Mahomes finished behind Nix last year, and he's been disappointing the last 2 seasons. What I'm saying is, like, if you held on and you were a Mahomes believer this year, you did it. You did it. Like, and they're doing it, and he's doing it.
Thank
and
you.
and like and he and he.
You got Mahomes
in one of my.
okay.
One of my.
Yeah, Top Gun's all that matters.
And he, me too. I'm in a lot of leagues, but dude, I spend like $600 a year on fantasy football, and the only one I care about is Top Gun. That's the only one I care about.
Well, I care about all of them, but like this is like the most, for sure.
It's the only league I spend money on.
It's the only
one I fucking care about.
The other ones are Dynasty. The other ones I spend money on are Dynasty.
I honestly don't think, and maybe I'm like 5 to 10 years away from really spending money on like a league like that. Like, I'm still learning from you two, so it's like I'm like don't see myself doing that.
Yeah, honestly, you're at that point where you're still just kind of like fitting into the year-to-year fantasy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not looking for dynasty yet. That's just not what you're looking for.
Hey, and I understand that.
You know what's really funny?
Like,
because I still remember.
Like, that's when you're like, okay, year to year is not enough. I need more.
So
I'm good. We're year to year right now. I'm good. Still.
So I was running my card shop. And Brian and I have been friends for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And he had become a regular at the shop. And I just remember he comes in one day and says, "Hey man, do you play fantasy football?" And because you happen to have an opening in your league. And it had been years for me since I had played fantasy football. And I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. Let's do that. And it's really been since that moment that I really flipped. Like, because I'm
glad I could get you back into it, man.
And
cool.
I'm so glad that you did, because so what I tell people is so it went on for another couple of years that I was at the store. But what happened was that I didn't care about playing card games anymore. I was I had been so disappointed in the direction that the card games were going in,
right.
You know, and just the deterioration of the tournament scene for Magic the Gathering. I used to play Magic the Gathering for a long time, and it was like it saved me, because I was just I had become this kind of irritated person because the thing that I loved to compete in the most had been Magic the Gathering, and it had just and I mean it still has just gone
hit a wall.
I don't think that Magic the Gathering hit a wall. I think Magic the Gathering
the
is
limited scene kind of hit a wall a little bit, but
we could spend another hour talking about this.
For sure.
But all I'll say is that I feel like the wrong people got handed the reins at Wizards of the Coast, and they kind of like turned their back on the people who love competitive Magic. And so getting into fantasy football, when you got me back into fantasy football, completely rejuvenated my competitive juices. I had completely lost it for Magic. I just
so much to the point where like after 2 years, like in my league, that COVID happened, and like so many things that happened in my league, I was just like,
it was 1 year. I played.
Was it one?
It was
I thought
only
it was
one.
two.
I only got to go. So we went.
But
so,
COVID
and
happened.
also,
I was just like,
I
can't do it.
Real quick.
And so
this
dude,
guy right
Ken,
here,
like,
this guy
took
is
over.
So I did. But this guy is still my favorite commissioner because like when we like that draft is still my favorite draft because he used to host the draft at his house, and this is a 12-team draft.
Yeah.
And not only would he host the draft at his house and make sure that it was like there was plenty of food and stuff for people to eat and something that I definitely wanted to take on, and we did at first with Top Gun. He even had an auctioneer. The guy was not part of the draft. Came from work. Who was I can't remember who it was that came.
It was
because I knew he was a poker room
from the
guy.
card shop.
Big guy. Yes. What was his
Oh
name?
my God! It's not what was. What is his name?
I haven't seen him in years. He was the
Manny Manuel. Jesus Christ!
Wait, it was Manny.
Manny. Yeah.
Listen.
Wait a minute, it was Manny.
It was Manny.
Manny did it.
Yes.
I don't remember it being Manny.
I paid him 2 old packs of Magic, like 2 like $40 packs of Magic, like from back in the day. I was like, here, take these 2 packs.
I don't know why
do my auction.
you two have not shared that with me until now, because that absolutely should be caught by the internet doing that. An auctioneer
Oh, dude.
auctioning our draft.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's such
should
a big deal.
absolutely
Next
be
year?
captured. I'm down.
Oh,
we
dude.
get this motherfucker over here.
Having everybody live and
Yeah.
Get a
seriously,
webcam.
running it.
Oh my
it's so
gosh.
cool.
Oh,
dude.
yeah, it's the best.
Put
was
it
so
on
much fun.
TikTok live,
Oh,
like,
it's so great.
and like, dude, that
seriously, that draft
my
is still
gosh,
one of my
I can't
favorite.
believe you
Oh,
guys
dude.
didn't
Yeah,
fucking do
no,
that.
mine
Like,
too.
I can't remember
Like,
why these guys are
Like
barely
it was
doing
a
that.
great time.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Great time.
All right, we
And-
got to
oh,
finish this and
That shit
get
could
to
go
work in the
viral.
morning,
Okay,
but-
so if we want to do that, we got 2 Monday night games left. We got Buffalo
Yeah,
at
almost there. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Atlanta.
Whoa, we didn't pick the Detroit Kansas City game.
I picked Detroit.
Kansas City.
Oh, I'm gonna pick Detroit.
Yeah, Kansas City ain't shit.
Like I feel like Kansas City is about to get better, but
I feel
I'm
like
gonna
Kansas
lean-
City's
I'm
about to
gonna lean
break.
towards Worthy not playing.
I can see it going either way. No, I just looked it up. Worthy is looking
Expected
to
to
play.
play?
He's
Okay.
expected to play.
Okay. Is he still with a shoulder brace on?
It didn't say, but I think so.
Okay. Yeah, the Lions are
Didn't affect him last
the
week.
Lions
so.
are rolling right now. They beat them the last time they were in Kansas City.
Yeah.
The Lions play competitive till playoffs. Okay, so next
That's franchise history.
Good sum up. All right.
Buffalo versus Atlanta. Buffalo is -4.5. Over under is 49.5. -22.5 if you're betting on the Bills, and +25 if you're betting on the Falcons. If the over under is 49.5, what does that make that? A 37.5 to 7 game point?
I'm sorry, what was the spread?
49.5.
No. What's the spread?
Oh, spread's 4.5.
4.5.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
I think it's
we're talking about a
like a 20 to 29 kind of
you
thing.
bet
Yeah.
you bet the Bills
27,
and
22,
swallow
right,
the
right,
points
right.
here, right?
huh?
You bet the
Bills and
Bills and
points.
swallow the points here, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like I'll take.
I think so. And honestly, like 2 to 3 weeks ago, I think Atlanta. It's like, oh, I don't know. Atlanta's building their momentum.
Well,
It could be
also
good.
to me, if Buffalo
But
had
when
just
they get
lost,
shut out by Carolina, it's
Buff-
just like
that one, I'm kind of like sweet.
it's
I'm
a
gonna-
bit of
I'm
a
gonna-
one-off,
I'm
but it
gonna sweep
shows
that under
you.
the rug.
No, you can't sweep it
because-
under the rug because it shows you something.
I'm going to sweep it under the rug because Michael Penix is still at that point in the first 6 starts of his NFL career. There's a lot of things that can happen. There's a lot of things that these savvy defensive coordinators can do to fool you.
All right.
So I
hear you.
I'm gonna wash that one away.
But you're taking Buffalo.
I'm gonna take Buffalo.
Yeah.
And
I'm taking Buffalo
me too.
and those points.
It would have been more
would
difficult
too.
to take Buffalo if they hadn't lost last week.
But you're like,
Oh yeah, they're gonna be
No, I
pissed
get
off. The way that game ended, they're gonna be pissed off.
They need to prove something this week.
I
hear
wouldn't
you.
even say need to prove something. They're a team that they not need to prove something. We need to beat on something. We're pissed off. We need to beat on. So we're gonna pick on you.
Fuck those.
And so that's kind of the way. As somebody who's a Drake London manager, I am worried about this game. Like I would, Darnell Mooney is trending towards not playing in the game, and I would prefer that he play so that they not able to focus on Drake London. I am worried about him in this game. Their pass catching options. I'm like, you're gonna auto start Bijan and not even think about it
For sure.
and he's that dude, so you shouldn't think about it. But I'm worried about Drake London. I am. I'm counting on him, but I'm worried.
All right. So everyone takes the Buffalo Bills?
Yeah.
All right.
Bills, I'm taking the points too.
No, I
agree.
can see that too.
I agree.
I would too.
I think they win by 2 scores.
So last, Chicago Bears at the Commanders, plus 4.5 if you're betting on the Bears. Over under is 49.5 plus 185 if you're betting the money line. Minus 225 if you're betting Commanders on the money
I'm
line.
actually super excited to watch this
And
game
I am picking the
This
Commanders.
feels like a
because
fun game.
here's why. This is the first Bears game off of a bye
Okay.
under Ben Johnson.
Yep.
So he gets 2 weeks to
That's
prepare
fair, yeah.
for this Commanders defense that
Which is probably the Commanders are probably a better team right now. So, I mean, you've got Chicago getting an extra week to prepare against a better team. And this should be fun. This should be an interesting game. This is really tough for me. I'm taking the Commanders here. This is my last game of the week in my pick'ems. I feel good about this one. I just think the Commanders are the better team here. I think Chicago's on the come up. I do. But
I'm taking the Bears in revenge.
What the fuck?
Washington, I like Washington, man.
Revenge, dude.
I like
So
Washington.
this was the game that completely flipped their seasons last year. They met up in prime time.
the Hail Mary, yeah.
And yes,
No,
they
that's
had
not enough.
They had the Hail Mary,
It was a thing.
and then the Commanders went sky high, went all the way to the NFC Championship game, and the Bears just went completely into the toilet
For sure.
and fired their head coach. I think this game is personal for Caleb Williams. It's one of those because Jaden Daniels is one of his peers,
For sure.
and when you're the number 1 overall quarterback, and you're playing against another quarterback from your draft class who has more success than you do, it's a deal. It's a big deal.
And I get it. And I'm starting Caleb Williams in at least one of my leagues. So
You should be. Anybody who has him should be starting
And
him.
I think this is going to be a high-scoring, fun game. I really do.
I do too.
But I'm going to take Washington here. I think
I hope it's a
Washington
high
is.
scoring game. I got
yeah.
Swift.
Yeah, Washington is the better team. They just are.
And
Better team, better quarterback, just better offense. Defense, who knows? But
see, I just agree with you there.
So you're picking Chicago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
I'm taking the Bears.
I'm glad you put your foot down. No, I'm picking Commanders.
No, I'm taking the Bears in this
Commanders.
game. And I think the Bears have the better quarterback. I think they have the better coach.
Who's your guys' lock of the week?
And I think they have better players.
Indy.
Oh. Yeah. Indy over Arizona.
Oh, fuck. You guys both have the same lock of the
That's
week?
my team, man.
He likes the Colts a lot, and
I'm Indy,
and
you're
Arizona,
Jacksonville,
and
he's
to
Tampa.
me, it's you either pick Indy or you take Denver.
Not Tampa. Tampa's your team, man.
No, I know, but I'm not. But they're playing the 49ers, and the 49ers are awesome.
Lock of the week, right? I get him. I side with him. You pick Tampa Bay, but you don't put that lock of the week.
Because the 49ers are too good, dude. They're too good.
Indy is my lock of the week, and I'm taking the survivor pool I'm in. 12 teams. I'm down to the final 2. It's just me and one other team. And I'm taking Indy. So
and who's he
wish
taking?
me luck. I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know yet. He
the
didn't
game
take
starts?
Philly, which I was hoping. I'm sure he didn't take Green Bay yet, and Green Bay's 14+ points favorite.
Well,
so.
that's no fun, though. You
Green
guys
Bay-
both picked Indy. So who's your second team lock of the week?
Buffalo. Buffalo over Atlanta.
That seems too easy, too, man.
Well, you said you wanted to be locks.
No, that's fine.
Like
I was
if
going to say, you're
so-
asking.
No, that's
for a lot.
fine,
talking about
man.
the one that
I'm just trying to figure out if there's something
If
you
we're
two
talking
disagree
about
on.
like a pick that I made, that I am extremely confident in, that I'm locking this up.
Oh, that's fine.
It would be the Saints over the Patriots.
And I would take Rams over Baltimore or
Yeah. That's a good
Chargers over Miami.
And I wouldn't go there.
You wouldn't go
That
Chargers
scares-
over Miami?
That scares the crap out of me.
I don't know. Miami. Miami is.
Miami doesn't suck, but they're just like they're not serious. Miami, they don't suck, but they're not serious. They're not a serious threat to win any like the Super Bowl. They're not a serious threat to win a big game, but they don't suck.
But yeah.
Okay, so we have to get to like the third or fourth lock of the week before we get some sort of disagreement. So why don't we just make the hat
Well,
bet?
Didn't you guys both pick the Patriots?
I picked the Patriots.
Yeah.
I don't know if you did.
Patriots.
Why don't we make the hat bet?
No, that was the one for me. Is like if we're not choosing an obvious one, the one like a game where I feel extremely confident this is going to happen, my lock, that would be it. I
like that hat bet.
Saints.
I'm
Yeah.
extremely confident
Saints versus Pats
that-
Yeah.
for
No, I
hat.
love the Pats there.
and I can't wait to watch Spencer Rattler outplay Drake May.
And the
geez.
funny thing is I'm almost hoping for it, but it's not going to happen.
It is going to happen.
Good bet, though. Good bet.
It is going to happen. All right. I love Rattler.
All right, we better end the night on that. I got to get to bed.
Spencer, you my boy.
What a great podcast. We will
did.
all see you
Fun
guys
stuff.
next week. Peace
This would
out.
be a fun one to re-listen to, like I'm just driving.
I think
somewhere.
so. Yeah, this was a good one. Even though we didn't have any questions, it was
That's
a good
what-
one.
No, but
I do wish we had some questions.
Right,
Yeah.
but I think it's more interesting that we were
It was
just kind of
smooth,
like
yeah.
And this is kind of normal. Like we hit mid-season, and a lot of people like
It's a
kind of top
lull.
they
off,
drop
Yeah.
off,
and then they
yeah.
come back when it's like
Playoff
on
time.
the line.
Yeah,
they want to hear that.
this is the point of the season where people start to quit.
Yeah. See you guys next
Don't
week.
do that.
Peace out.